Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will see what if Naruto comes back totally different. If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments. We find Naruto in the middle of a field, then suddenly his world turns black. Looking around, he noticed he's inside a dark room. Then he hears an all-familiar voice. Hey kid, I have a proposition for you. Naruto raises his head to see a pair of glowing red eyes. Naruto's eyebrow begins to twitches and says, "What do you want, damned fox?" The Kyuubi gives him a death glare. Then sighs as he begins to speak. Listen kid. I know you don't like me and I definitely don't like you, but I have a way or an idea to spare us the anguish of seeing each other. What is it? What's your idea? Become one with me. Naruto was about to respond, but the fox demon cut him off. I know what you're going to say kid, and no, you're not going to become a demon. You're going to become something even greater. What do you mean? Something greater than a demon? What's that? In a confused, but innocent voice. You are going to become a demigod, also known as a titan. The Kyuubi answers. A titan? Why a titan, and if I'm going to fuse with you, wouldn't I become his demon? Why are you even suggesting this? The reason why you're not becoming a demon is because your chakra is pure, unlike mine. When two different elements fuse together, they create something new, something powerful. Why are you even suggesting this? Aren't you going to disappear from existence? Well, if I don't have to see you anymore, that's a bonus. I wouldn't cease to exist. I will become your ego, as you humans call it. You would not be able to control me or even speak to me anymore. Yes, you would be free of me, but you will hear a voice, but the voice would be yours. Like I said, I will become your inner thought, that's all. So what's the catch? No catch, but you will have all my knowledge and wisdom behind you, and you will be able to be yourself. So you're saying that I will have all your power and more, right? The fox nodded. And all your jutsus, and be able to create new and more powerful jutsus with your knowledge, right? Again fox nodded. So where do I sing? This deal sounds good to me. Grinning ear to ear. First gather all of your chakra in one point of your body, then do the following hand seals. And then rip off the seal at the same time you finish the hand seals. Naruto nods. Now start gathering your chakra. Okay, do the following hand seals. Phoenixes, dragon, snack ram, rabbit, tiger, and last the fox. Naruto begins the hand seals and begins to walk toward the seal on the Kyuubi cage. Now place one hand on the seal and yell Titan Rebirth Jutsu. Naruto puts his hand on the seal, was about the hand seal, then he yells, Titan Rebirth Jutsu. He rip off the seal that was on the cage, then a bright light stated to shine. Outside Naruto mind, he's surrounded by a golden white light, then a flash. A year and a half later. So what is the first thing you're going to do when you get home? Jiraiya asked with a grin on his face. Teenager walking next to him with focuses look. He was about 6 inches smaller than him with bright blue eyes. Long flowing blonde hair, like Street Fighter 3 Alpha Ken hairstyle. Wearing black shinobi sandals. Earthtown pant that reach right behind his foot but not touching the floor. A light coat, it was similar to his old jacket, but instead of an orange trim it was dark red, and in the other color of the coat was navy blue. His coat did not have any sleeve, but he was wearing a long sleeve shirt, light gray color. So what are going to do first? Come and tell me. Naruto grinned and said, well, first thing first, check on Tsunade-chan. Then see if any one of my friends would be able to recognize me. About 1 hour later, Jiraiya and Naruto walk into Konoha. The guard that were on duty greeted Jiraiya and greet the young man who accompanies him. No of the guards noticed Naruto. If he did not have his whiskers marks, they would have sworn that the four was back from the grave. But they did not ask any question. He was with Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin. Somewhere in Konoha, a young woman wearing pink, and had pink hair was walking along with Konohamaru and his team. I hate these stupid D-rank missions. That stupid cat scratched my face up. An angry Konohamaru. Oh yeah, I remember that mission. That cat still trying to get away from that woman? With a grin on her face. So when's Naruto Nichan coming home? Well, today make 2.5 years when he left, so today he will return. I hope. Bumping into a blonde teen we all know very well. Sorry sir, I did not see you th. That's when she look up to see blue eyes. She steps back and takes a good look. Wow, he is hot, my god, hope he's single. Wait, he made me stop thinking about Sasuke-kun. Wow, I never thought this would never ever happen. A sweat drop appears behind Naruto. Hate, he clears his throat. Cha. You never changed. Sakura-chan still as rude to your friends as ever. She blankly at the teen, then in a shack voice, Naruto oh. He nods. Yep, how you been? Wow, you look great, Sakura-chan. Wait, is that Konohamaru-kun? Hey, right, pass her dumb stuck, she does not notes, no fucking way, that can't be Naruto, he's tall, hot, and very polite. My god, if he knew was I thinking, he would have thought that I was a hentia. Her face turning red that can rival Hinata's red glow. Hey Konohamaru, it's me Naruto, wow, you're coming along well, my little rival. Making Konohamaru to smile, that he looks right at the rest of the group that was there. So this is your squad, let me guys hum. Oh, the girl is Moegi. And this smart-looking little guy is Udon, right? In unison both said, hi. Moegi was blushing when Naruto said her name. Wow, he knows my name. Well, sorry that I cannot spend more time with you guys and girl, but I need to report in with the Hokage, then I will tell you my stories, okay? Konohamaru and his group jump for joy when they heard that Naruto will spend time with them like old times. So Jiraiya, still blushing Sakura, and a very calm Naruto made their way to the Hokage Tower. Hokage Tower. What happened to my little Naruto? You're much taller. What's with the hair? It looks great. And wow, you look like someone else? Tsunade was saying, jumping around Naruto examining the new look. A sweat drop was behind Jiraiya, Sakura, Shizune, and everyone else in the room. Except Naruto, he had a real smile on his face. Thanks Tsunade Nichan, so what new? She stared blankly what he just said like he was a full-ground adult. Wow, even your manners have changed. Are you sure you're Naruto, not a replacement? With a raised eyebrow. Yes, I am Naruto, but why so shocked of how am I acting? Sakura had a stunned look what she just heard. Wow, Naruto has grown up. He left me behind again. Why can I be as strange as he is? Why? And why am I staring at him? She starts to blush. Naruto takes a deep breath. So what's the deal then? Tsunade take her set. Well, Naruto, you're here for me to judge how strong you are and to see if you're chunin materiel like your friend Sakura. He nods. So your sparring partner will be. Naruto interrupts her. May I make a fuel suggestion before you put me up against Kakashi? Everyone, even Kakashi, was really surprised. No one notes him, and Naruto walks to the window. Please Kakashi-sensei, come in. With that, Kakashi walks in from the window. Like I was saying, you might want some more people to help him. Tsunade was stunned to her Naruto act so confident. Naruto, he is the best, you don't think you can win against him by yourself? Naruto looked straight to her eyes. Yes, I do. Ask Anko, Guy, Jiraiya, and yourself. So you can see for yourself how strong I have become. Naruto said with a determined face. Tsunade, you're not serious, are you? Naruto just nods. Look like I can't convince you from this, so very well, you will get what you wish for, just to let you know I'm not holding back. Naruto smiles, then walk outside. So see you and my opponent this evening, so then excuse me. Oh, Shikamaru and Temari are coming. He opens the door for his friends and smile and walk out. Shikamaru looked confused. Who was that guy? He looked very strange. Sakura first to speak up. That was Naruto. Shikamaru blinked twice, then said, what? Outside the Hokage Tower. Naruto is walking down Konoha, and then he turns around when he heard his name. Oh, Shikamaru, how's it going? Well, I hope. Shikamaru smirks. Man, you grown up. I don't believe it's you. You look great. Naruto turned his head to look at Temari. So how's Gaara, Temari-chan? She tries to hide the blush on her face. Wow, the little shrimp got big, and my god, he's hot, and he remembered my name. He's fine. My brother is now the cage, and I couldn't be happier. Naruto smiled. That's goods to hear, tell him I said hi to him for me, please. Temari smirks, then Sakura comes running up and hits Naruto square on the jaw. Baka, what are you thinking, taking on Anko, Guy, Jiraiya, Kakashi, and not to say the Hokage at the same time? That's when she noticed that Naruto did not move 1 inch, but her hand hurt like she hit a titanium wall or something stronger. She looked right at Naruto. He still had his smile. Sakura-chan, please don't poke so hard, okay, that bugs. She could not believe it, one of her hardest hits was a poke to him. He is more powerful than I thought, not even a single mark is on him. What did Jiraiya do to him? Naruto bowed to his friends and continued on walking. Shikamaru looked right at Sakura. You hit him hard, right, but he didn't even move. You did hit him with your full straight right? She nods. All of them watch as Naruto walks to the training grounds, hand in his pockets. Few minutes later, when he was walking, he heard footsteps in the back of his mind. He knows he should run but doesn't. Man, he is going to be sorry. He looks back, about 20 or 40 girls flock him. Stunned, he freezes. He is surrounded by girls. "Hi, who are you? You're cute, want to go out?" "Hey, he's mine." "No way, he's mine." "Hot told ya he will be sorry." About half hour later. Training ground 7. "Where is Naruto?" Kakashi said, he's was in time for once. It's not like him, he hates being late, and he is never late. Jiraiya said, reading his own novel. They all heard a sound in the distance. It was Naruto running from a pack of fangirls, 50 or 60 of them. Yeah, it sucks to be Naruto. A group sweat dropped seeing Naruto run up and said, "One more minute please." Then zip of in the forest close behind the fangirls. He reappears, "Sorry about that, hope my clone can do the job." Groups sigh. Tsunade speaks up, "So let's start before those girls come back." As Naruto nods, then he sees some of his friends. Fuzzy Brows, Tenten, Neji, Shikamaru, Tamari, Sakura-chan. "What are you guys doing here?" Neji's first to speak. "I wouldn't miss this for the world to see you get your ass kicked." Lee next, "Naruto, you must be insane to take on Guy-sensei. He's more than enough, but Kakashi, Anko, Jiraiya, and the Hokage-sama, that's overkill." A group node. Naruto smiles lightly. "Don't worry, I won't win that fast. For when you guys still need your sensei and the Hokage, I will go easy on her." This time with a smirk. "But the rest, sorry to say, I will do my very best to win, okay?" Nice guy pose. No one could believe the way Naruto was acting right now. Hell, even I believe it. I'm writing this story and I still don't believe it. So Naruto walks to one end of the training ground and gets ready. All of the others do the same. Anko in one side, Kakashi in the front. Guy was in the other side of him, Jiraiya was in the back, and Tsunade right next to him. Shizune raised her hand, then yells, "Go!" First to move was Guy doing his dynamic entry. Naruto sidesteps, then Kakashi throws a kunai. Naruto catches it and sends it back. Anko charges right at him with an uppercut. Naruto bends backward to avoid it, the kick her in the stomach, sending her flying. Guy comes back with a Konoha Senpu, leaf spinning wind. Naruto does a back flip, then jumps up and flash some hand seals. Cage Bunshin no Jutsus, shadow clones. 9 clones were in the air. The original point at Guy to go for him. Then he points at Kakashi to go after him. He points at Anko, who was barely getting up to got where she was. He points at Jiraiya and Tsunade. The last of the Cage Bunshin go after. Naruto smiles. This is going to be way too easy. Guy used Konoha Senpu and tried to hit one of the Bunshin, but the Bunshin does a back flip, jumps up in the air, then launches 4 shurikens. Guy easily moves out of the way but finds him being hit from behind. Flying forward, he quickly recovers. As soon as he gets up, one of the Bunshin comes in and yells, "Dynamic entry." Guy did not see this coming. He was hit square in the jaw and sent flying. Guy recovered quickly, then said, "Asa Kujaku, Morning Peacock." Using this tremendous burst of power and speed, he approaches Naruto's Bunshin in a distinctive stance. When near enough, he kicks the Bunshin and launches him into the air. Then strike multiple times, causing the distinctive peacock fan to develop. The Bunshin was gone in puff of smoke. Then the other Bunshin smiles, pulling out one scroll, bites his thumb, smears his blood on the scroll. 2 swords appear. He yells out, "Ikazuki no Kiba, Thunderfang." Other side of the field. Kakashi gathered his chakra, then yells out, "Reikuri, Lightning Edge." Then the Bunshin, Rasengan, ball spiraling sphere. A massive explosion was heard. Trough out Konoha. Many of the Anbu arrived to the training grounds. They were stunned to see a massive hole inside the crater. One of the Bunshins and Kakashi were evenly fighting using taijutsu. Every punch was returned with interest in this fight. Many thought Naruto and Kakashi hated each other. There was no mercy in this fight. Suiden Suiryuden no Jutsu, water element. Water Dragon Blast, yield out Kakashi. The Bunshin did not stand a chances. Then the other one flashed some hand seals. Kei's no Yaba, Windblade. Then they noticed the Hokage fighting one Bunshin. She jumps up the Bunshin, followed, then she used Satenkyaku. She sent the Bunshin crashing down. Jiraiya was fighting 2 other Bunshin. Jiraiya focuses. Doden. Yomi Numa. Earth Release. Swamp of the Underworld. And traps the Bunshin. Then he followed up with a Rasengan. Now there was only one left and the Bunshin was smiling. Futon. Rasen Shuriken. Wind Release. Spiraling Shuriken. Then a huge snake comes to view and two more Naruto Bunshin fighting Anko. It was a magnificent fight to witness. Then Kakashi tried to do a fist driven into the gut, or something like that. But he was hit by Dolton Shinjuku Sansui no Jutsu's inner decapitation skill. But then a Bunshin. Nice move Kakashi-sensei, Naruto Bunshin said. Then the same thing happened Dolton Shinjuku Sansui, then the Bunshin disappeared and Kakashi was panting very fast but soon calmed down. All of the Bunshin were gone, also the huge snake was gone as well, and the real Naruto was clapping where he was sitting and watching all the fights. That was very interesting to watch. I never thought all off you could bring down my Bunshin so fast, with a real smile on his face. Everyone thought he was joking. It was 2 hours of ruthless fighting. Anbu were about to attack Naruto when the Hokage held up her hand to stop them all. No interfering. Do you understand me? Tsunade yelled. They nodded and just stood there if they were needed. On the sideline, Sakura was absolutely stunned to see Naruto being stronger enough to take on the best. What's going on? Naruto never was this strong. What happened to him? Sakura thought. Lee's jaw was touching the floor, Tenten eyes were as big as dinner plates, and Neji did not show any emotion but his fists were shaking. With his Byakugan active, he's not trying. Neji said in a shocked tone. What do you mean? Lee asked. He's not using his full power. He's holding back, Neji finished saying when a huge explosion went off. Everyone that was there could not believe what Neji was saying. Then he continued, he has power restriction seals all over his body. How many does he have? Tenten asked. He has about 300 on his chest alone, but what I can see is about 1,000 restriction seals. Pure shock was written on everyone's face. They did not even know that someone can use that many restriction seals at once. Back in the fight. Wow, you guys are really amazing. You made me use about 5% of my power, Naruto said with a huge smile on his face. Their faces were stunned to hear what he just said. Only 5%? That's impossible. They all thought in unison. Well, it's time to step it up a bit, shall we? Naruto said, walking nonchalantly toward them. Then he holds up his hand. I think that it will only take 5 minutes to beat you all with 8% of my power. With that said, he disappeared, then reappeared right in the middle of them all. Guy reopened the 6th gate, then moved on to the 7th gate. Kakashi charged up Reikuri to its fullest. Anko does Kage Bunshin no Jutsu makes only one. She sends out her Bunshin, a quick Sojusose no Jutsu, twin snakes mutual death. Jiraiya charged up a fire element Rasengan. Tsunade used Ranshinshu to at full power. Naruto did not move 1 inch, he just stood there waiting with his eyes closed. Guy was first to hit, sending him flying up. Just as he was about to hit the floor, Anko sent her Kage Bunshin with an explosion. He was up in the air again. Kakashi was next. He jumps up and over Naruto, then came crashing down. Jiraiya followed suit, sending him flying toward Tsunade. Naruto finally crashes down on the floor. A huge explosion was seen and heard throughout Konoha. Naruto, ooh. Everyone yells. Shit, we might have killed him, his opponents thought. The dust was gone. Everyone was about to rush over to see if Naruto was still alive. WWHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHThen the people there smiled, then faced his opponents. You guys poke really hard, you know. Well, it's my turn, he said with a smile. Everyone froze in place. Naruto did some hand seals that no one ever seen before. Titan's Mountain Jutsu. He slammed his hand on the ground. A massive mountain was born bigger than the Hokage monument and Naruto was in the top, then did another set of seals. Titan's Crush Down Jutsu. The mountain started to crumble, huge boulders fell right at them. They dogged, trying to move out of the way of the falling stone. Then they heard Naruto say, Element Rasengan. All the world's elements were pushed together and one never seen before. Naruto hits near where they were. An explosion so powerful it shakes Konoha to its core. Everyone thought that the Kyuubi was back to destroy them all. The dust cloud was seen all over the village. When everything cleared and all the debris was gone, there was a massive hole about 1 mile wide and 500 feet down. Naruto was walking out of it carrying Guy, Kakashi, Anko, Jiraiya, and Tsunade. Well, that was fun. Oh, Hokage-sama, you're awake. With smile. Not even a single scratch on him, even his clothes are not torn. thought Tsunade. Everyone that was there watching, they were all in complete struck, and had a hard time believing their own eyes. Naruto, where in the hell did you learn those jutsus? Asked Sakura. He looked at her, then he smiled. I made them. Do you like it? It took me a long time to make the hand seals. Good thing I did not use my fuel power. Still smiling and walking away wavering. Later, he was gone. Hey, how long did it take for him to beat all of us? Asked Kakashi, shaking his head. 5 minutes, like he said. Shikamaru still looking at where Naruto walking to. Sakura ran after him. Wait, Naruto, I need to talk to you. He stopped, turned and nonchalantly smiled. Yes, she tried to find the right question. Then said, how? When did you become so powerful? No one ever did what you just did. He looked right into her eyes, then looked right at the starlit night. I will tell you when it's the right time, okay? Until then you must wait. With that he bowed, then made his way back to town. Back in the training grounds. Many did you say he had? Guy, Kakashi, Anko, Jiraiya, and Tsunade said in unison. 1,000 restriction seals that I could see, but I have a feeling that he might have more. He might even have 10,000 inches, Neji finished saying. No one could believe what he just said. My Kami, what is going on? What did Jiraiya do? Thought Tsunade and everyone else except Jiraiya. Tell me one thing, Jiraiya, what did you do to Naruto? Asked Shikamaru. Jiraiya looked at everyone, then looked at the sky, then said, nothing, I only left him alone more than half the time. Everyone did not believe what he just said, then he continued, okay, one day I was doing research, pervert. All the female of the group said in unisons. Anyways, I doing my research, then I felt it. A massive chakra signature. I feared that Akatsuki found Naruto. And they were fighting. So I sped off to try to save him, but what I saw I will never forget. Flashback. An open field, then a massive explosion of power. Jiraiya looking for the center of this disturbance. Right at the center of it he freezes of the sight of Naruto hovering in the sky with a strange glow. Not a red glow when the Kyuubi tries to take over him, but something different but scary. There were hurricane winds blowing every direction, no signs of stopping. The earth around him was shaking like an earthquake. The clouds were turning black like a storm was about to start. Naruto. Naruto, oh, can you hear me? Called out, but no answer. Then Jiraiya tried to use the Rasengan to get past the power field surrounding Naruto. But failed, nothing worked. Then something caught his eye. At first he did not notice it before. He looked up and saw Naruto's spirit and the Kyuubi. He was shocked to see them together. Their face expressions were not of hate but peace. Like they finally understood one another. They were smiling at each other, then started to walk towards one another. Then a huge golden light surrounded the whole area, and then he fell into unconsciousness. End flashback. When I woke up, Naruto was standing over me with a smile. Not one of his fake smiles, but one of clarity and peace of mind smile. You know those smiles when you get that nothing or no one can touch you or bring you down. Jiraiya was looking up at the starlit night with the moon smiling back right at him. Everyone has a awe-struck face. Even Kakashi was showing this mesmerized look in his eye. Then they heard a noise up in a tree near them. Wow, Naruto-kun, you're amazing, Hinata thought. Hinata, what are you doing here? Asked Sakura, walking back to the group. Hinata jumps and falls out of the tree she was on. Hinata-chan, are you okay? Asked Lee, walking where they all heard a big thump sound. I'm fine, Hinata said, trying to hide her blush of embarrassment. How long have you been watching? Asked Kakashi. When all the EE explosions BG gone. I was curious what WW was going on. Stuttering like usually does when she's nervous. So where did Naruto go? We need to talk, said Tsunade. He was going back to the village. Sakura said. They all nodded, then went back to the village. Somewhere in Konoha, we find our hero in an all-familiar stand. Ichiraku's if anyone doesn't now Naruto. Hey, old habits die hard. That will be all, thanks. Naruto walking off after finished off 10 bowls of ramen. Old man Ichiraku was happy to have his favorite customer back. Then walking the streets of Konoha he was truly glad to be home. Then he felt an all-familiar chakra signature rushing towards him. He braced for the impact. Crash. Naruto was on the floor looking up to a familiar face, and then smiled. Oh, I'm sorry that I crashed into you. I was in a really big hurry. Wow, you're kinda your name, I've never seen you around before? With heart-shaped eyes. Naruto clears his throat, gets up and dusts himself off. Wow Ino, I'm crushed. I can't believe you don't remember, he said with a calm voice. Ino blinked twice and said, you know me, who are you? Sighs, then looks at the sky for a brief moment and then turns back at her and smiles brightly. Hi. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. It's very nice to meet you again Ino-chan. Ino stares at him stupidly. Then her eyes widen and she yells, Naruto, is that really you? Naruto nods. Wow. You look great, you've really changed. Thank you. You looks up and down, stunning. With a smirk, Ino had a big blush. Thank you Naruto-kun. Would you like to join me for tea? Naruto smiled and nods. They walk off. During the walk to a small tea house, Ino tries to break the awkward silence. So, when did you get back? You were gone for almost 3 years. Naruto answers. I barely arrived this morning. So what's new with you? Oh, I just recently moved out from my parents' house when I turned into a chunin. But I still work at my parents' flower shop. She noticed something. Wow, he's actually paying attention to me. A small blush crossed her face and Naruto starts to speak. I'm happy for you Ino. So you're a chunin. How's that coming along? Before she could answer they noticed they were in front of the tea house. Naruto opens the door for her and guides her in. In the Hokage Tower. Did anyone find him yet? Asked a very aggravated Tsunade. I sent out a few chunin to look for him, even my old team. Answered Shikamaru. An Anbu member appears in a puff of smoke and says, we spotted Naruto in a small tea house accompanied by Ino. Everyone had an anime sweet drop, except the Anbu woman so troublesome. I can't believe she forgot about the mission. Wait, what if Sakura and Hinata find them? Troublesome. Then Tsunade looks at him and says, go get them. Rubbing her temples. He nods and disappears in a puff of smoke. Then Shizune walks in and asks, what do you think happened to Naruto? Tsunade turns and looks at her and says, I don't know. That's why I want to find him and find out. Looking out the window, I hope that nothing bad happened to him. Image of Naruto comes to her mind. Back to Naruto. Naruto was in a stupor. He was slowly backing away from the fight that was going on in front of him. Flashback. Naruto and Ino were enjoying a small conversation and some tea. Out of nowhere someone kicked down the tea house's door. It was Sakura, Hinata, Tenten and Temari. All 4 of them yelled at Ino. What the fuck are you doing here? Ino yells back. I was enjoying some small conversation with Naruto-kun and tea. For about a half an hour this little argument went on. Then all hell broke loose. 150 of Naruto's fangirls arrived and tried to take him away. Whatever perverted fangirls try to do. All 5 girls turn around and in their eyes you could see flames of rage. They all yelled, what are you bitches doing to my Naruto-kun? Naruto was sweating bullets after hearing that statement and wished he never came back to Konoha. End of flashback. Somehow Naruto kept him smile through it all and it only grew bigger when Shikamaru burst through the crowd. Thank fucking Kami. Help has arrived. Time to get out of here. In a flash Naruto was gone, but before he left he paid the bill. Troublesome. The next thing he knows he's on the floor. All the fangirls are knocked out. Tenten, Sakura, Hinata, Ino and Temari were all thinking the same thing. Where's my Naruto-kun? Naruto is walking down the street enjoying the peace and quiet. And thanking his lucky stars that he got out of there on time. Then he stops walking all of a sudden. He sighs, you know your brother is going to kill me if he finds out that I killed you. And you fish face, you're not my opponent. Do you think that you're strong enough to take us on? Well do you brat, yelled out one of the shadow figures. No I don't think that, I know I can beat both of you. A smirking Naruto responded. So you've forgotten the last time we met, haven't you Naruto-kun? The smaller shadow figure with glowing Sharingan eyes. I will never forget anything but why don't both of you step into the light, it's easier to my eyes to focus on, asked Naruto. Both figures step into the light, Itachi and Kisame both glaring at Naruto. Well that's better. Have you guys visited Gaara yet? He asked. Itachi was the first to speak. Well yes, but that is another team duty, so are you going to come quietly or are you going to try to fight us? Kisame smiled widely. You don't stand a chase you little punk. Naruto looked at both them with a blank stare but then shrugged. Well you guys are very scary but sad to say I will fight, but before I do let me take a couple of seals off, okay? He kindly smiled to them. He flashes a couple of hand seals that even Itachi has never seen. Titan Releas. Kai! Naruto yelled out, a massive burst of chakra. Both Itachi and Kisame eyes widen. What's going on? When did this punk get this much power? Thought Kisame. Itachi was glaring at Naruto, is this his power? I don't sense the Kyuubi's chakra, this could be hard, he thought. Well Naruto, you have improved slightly but you are still no match for us, said Itachi. Naruto was smiling sweetly. You guys haven't even seen 10% of my power yet. Itachi and Kisame eyes widened in shock. Let me show you then. Still smiling, the whole area began to shake, hurricane winds blasted in every direction, and both enemies being pushed back by the force of Naruto's chakra. That can't be 10% of your power, you little shit, this must be a lot more. Barked out Kisame. Well you're right, it's not my 10%, both smirked. It's 20% of my power. Itachi did not show any emotion but his body did. Kisame did show his anger by attacking first. Bringing his sword down on Naruto, a small explosion was made. When the dust cleared, a smirk on his face, but then feeling cold metal on his neck, pure shock was written on his face. To slow, was the only thing Naruto said with a kind smile. Itachi was about to move when he noticed Naruto was not there. After image. Where is he? Wonder Itachi. This place is too small to fight, let's take this somewhere else, said the smiling blonde behind Itachi. Both Itachi and Kisame were stunned. He too fast, my eyes couldn't follow his movement. What is he? Not even our leader moves this fast? Was running though their mind. Follow me if you can, said Naruto, then his body flicked away soon after. Itachi and Kisame followed. End of flashback. Well at least they're close behind, thought Naruto speeding up. Itachi and Kisame were having trouble keeping up with the blonde-haired ninja. Hey Itachi, pant. I can't see him anymore, pant, can you? Said Kisame. Barely, was the only thing Itachi said. When did he get so much power? He thought, noticing that Naruto's speed increased. He's pulling ahead, we need to speed up. Both of their bodies flickered out of sight. West part of the forest. Tenten, Sakura, Hinata, Ino and Temari were walking through the forest looking for their Naruto-kun. Thanks to Hinata's years of following Naruto, she knew where to look. Then they saw him sitting on a tree. Hey, there he is. What's he doing? Asked Ino. The others only shrugged and watched what was happening. Sitting on a tree, Naruto was drinking some water, then pulled out a scroll, bit his thumb, wiped some blood on the seal, puff, and a guitar. It was an electric, acoustic thunder-strap guitar with the leaf symbol on its face. Tuning it, then started to play a song, humming until it was silent. Back with the girls. Tenten, Sakura, Hinata, Ino and Temari had tears running down their faces. Tenten was the first to speak. I never thought he was so sad. Hinata calmed down a bit. He always smiles, but if you look in his eyes you can see his true face. Why does he hide his feelings like that? Then sing such a sad song? Ino thought, wiping a few tears. He never says anything, sniff. Why is he so sad? Temari said, some tears still rolling off her face. Sakura wanted to know as well, why don't we ask him? They all nodded in agreement. They stood up from where they were hiding but stopped when two shadow figures appeared. Who are they? Asked Ino. Back with Naruto. So you finally made it. I was begging to think you guys left. Not looking up to two very angry opponents. Panting Kisame says, that was one of the most depressing songs I ever heard, kid. And I thought Itachi was sad. Points to Itachi with a smirk, hopping to get a rise out him. Itachi's left eyebrow twitched. Kisame, you need to learn how to shut the fuck up. Kisame flinched. Anyway, are you ready to come with us or do you need to be dragged? He said, glaring at Naruto. Putting his guitar away, dusting himself off, and lifting his head up. Both Itachi and Kisame backed up a bit. Naruto with a cold voice, both of you are going to follow my commands when this is over. In 3 minutes. Going into a strange taijutsu stance, his left arm extended out, his right was near his face like a blocking position. Naruto charges forward, kneeing Kisame in the gut. He flies back, then Itachi does a swiping kick, Naruto cashing Itachi's kick with his foot. Kicking forward, making Itachi's leg to fly back, causing him to fall forward, and Kisame throws a punch, but Naruto deflects his punch. Then hops up, his elbow up high, and slams down on Kisame's head. Stumbling back out of Naruto's range, Itachi tried to swipe again, but Naruto back flipped out of the way. He does not see Kisame, from behind slashes his back. Flying forward crashes into a couple of trees. Itachi is on his feet, flashes a few hand seals, Karyudan, fire element, fire dragon missile, flames shot out and burn everything in its way. The girls, we need to help Naruto-kun, said a very worried Hinata. Yeah, but what can we do? Said a fearful Sakura. Then a massive burst of chakra got their attention to focus back to the fight. Naruto was in the middle of that inferno, walking out of it like it was not even there. All their eyes were wide in fear and worry. Back in the fight, his eyes were dark. Itachi and Kisame did not believe what was happening. Walking back slowly toward them, looking like a devil walking out of hell, then he vanished. Itachi and Kisame looking every angle, up, down, left, right. But no sign of their target, but they felt someone behind them. They turned, nothing there. They look back at each other, then look again, and there he was. No scorch marks on him, not even a scratch. Naruto now wielding two Eskrima, a training stick, like a short staff, facing his opponents with a smirk. Kisame charges forward, his sword fly right at Naruto, but he jumps up. He rolls on the sword he was striking to stance, slamming both Eskrima on his chest, knocking him back. Itachi launches several kunais, he deflects them with the Eskrima, and Naruto runs right at him. Itachi pulls out his hidden katana, slashes upward, Naruto blocks, but he is sent back to a tree. Itachi did the only thing he knew. Naruto was weak against the main Sharingan. Tsukiyomi, illusionary underworld moon, was the last thing Naruto heard, but something got Itachi's attention, but he ignored it. In the Tsukiyomi, now I have you Naruto, for the next 72 hours you will suffer. Something was out place, but he shook it off. 72 hours later, Itachi smiled. It made Kisame shiver. If he was there, opening his eyes in this world, Naruto was not there but Kisame. Nice work Itachi-san, you made him fall into place, said Naruto behind him and his hand on Itachi's shoulder. What was the only thing he said before looking into Naruto's eyes? Titan's mind rewrite, was the last thing both Itachi and Kisame heard. Back in the real world, Itachi and Kisame wake up. Good sparring practice today guys, getting better every day now, said a smiling blonde man with his hands extended to them. Both look at each other. Take his hand. Thanks. Who are you? Asked a very confused Kisame. Yes, I agree with my friend, much thanks, but sir, who are you? Itachi asked politely. The man smiled brightly. Oh, don't tell me you don't remember me? Both shook their heads. Well, I did hit you guys hard and it did happen before. Nice to meet you again, my faithful servants. I'm your master Uzumaki Naruto. Both their eyes widen, they fall on their knees then bow. Sorry for our disrespect Naruto-sama, both said. Naruto waved them off. No worries, now stand up please. No bowing. Like I said before long ago in the field, we are equals and friends, he said with a heartwarming smile. Both said, hi. Then he nods, then looks at a tree. Smiles, you can come out now girls, the sparring practices is over with. 5 figures fall right in front Naruto. Baka, what in the hell do you mean, sparring practices? You guys were fighting as if you hated each other, said Sakura with a worried voice. Tenten, Hinata, Ino, and Tamari nod in agreement. Sorry about that, let me introduce my servants and one of the best friends a man could have, he said with a kind smile. You are too kind Naruto-sama, said Itachi. That finally got everyone's attention. Sakura's eyes went wide in fear. Why yo-yo? It can't be? What's wrong Sakura-chan? Asked confused looking blonde. He is Sasuke's older brother that killed the whole entire Uchiha clan. He's ANS ranked missing nin. Itachi Uchiha yelled out 4 out of 5 girls. Tamari just could not believe who was the other person that was standing next to this. Itachi, it's Hoshiga Kil Kisame. An S-ranked missing nin that happens to be after you, and you're all calmabout it. All of you please calm down. Itachi-san, Kisame-san, can you two give me some alone time with these young ladies? Oh, can you guys get something to eat please? Both said, hi. Their bodies flickered away. Now to explain what's going on. Flashback. Illusionary underworld moon. What was the only thing he said before looking into Naruto's eyes? Titan's mind rewrite. Now to give you new memories and change some of your life stories. Then Naruto does some strange hand seals. Titan's mind place, he said. A strange glow went around Itachi and Kisame. Then images of their past begins to flash. He looks at them one by one, scanning them, and destroying the one that can disrupt the genjutsu. Okay, know some new memories, what to do, oh I got it. He said in a cheerful voice. Finally done, now let's see if it worked? Naruto said with a fox grin. End of flashback. So that's about it, they do remember what they did. But in Itachi's case he was under Orochimaru's genjutsu, that's what he remembers during the massacre. He said with a serious look. His hands in his pockets leaning against a tree. All 5 girls were wide-eyed and their jaws wide open. Then Naruto cleared his throat but none notice. So he did a few hand seals then stopped. Maybe I should not use a water jutsu, then Aga and Naruto thought. He shook his head then yells, if you don't snap out of this you all are going to be very wet. Out of reaction of what he said, they yelled. But it was too late. Suiten, Suishuha, water element, water wave. It was weak but it did the trick. Finally I thought that I had to. What are you doing? Oh fuck. All 5 did their best moves. 15 minutes later, many kunais and shurikens scattered all over the ground. Many whole and small fires were all over the field. Naruto the whole time smiling at his friends, and his friends were sending him death glares. Well that was fun, you all lasted a lot longer than Guy, Kakashi, Anko, Jiraiya, and Tsunade-sama. Naruto said standing on top of a tree looking down at his 5 still pissed off friends. Naruto you ass, get down here, yelled a winded Sakura. The rest nodded. He smiled, okay. He jumped then disappeared and he was right at the middle of them. You know this was the same position I was in earlier so I will give each a chance to stop before I start. He said with a smile. The only one that did not understand was Ino. What are you taking about? She asked. Ino, if I were you I would take his offer. Said a very serious Tenten. Taking this time to tell her what happened earlier. Quote question mark. That can't be true? Yelled Ino. Tamari looking right at Ino. He did do that and look at him. He is not even scratched, remember all the attacks we did and all the other fight he was in, not a single mark on him. They all notices then Hinata voiced her concern. What did you do Naruto-kun, you were fighting for hours and you look like nothing happened. Everyone nodded in agreement. He sighs, I was hoping you would not ask but I think it's time to. He looks around the area. Wait, have any of you seen my new servants? They shake their head. An explosion was heard nearby. Naruto blinks twice then in the most respectful manner yelled out, fuck. He takes off leaving behind 5 stunned girls. Flashback. Hey Itachi-san, how long do you think Naruto-sama would take to talk with those girls? With a perverted smile on Kisame face. Shrugging, don't know but hope he's okay. I felt a massive killer intent just now. Responded Itachi. Both were just walking around Konoha for about 5 to 10 minutes but both failed to notice the people faces. Some were shivering in fear, others were trying to hide and others went out looking for the nearest ninjas. You know, is it me or people are acting kind of weird? Asked Itachi. Now that you mention it you're right, these guys seem scared or something but hey you know we are bodyguards, which should be expected right? Answered Kisame. Yeah you may be right. Hey let's get something to eat and something for Naruto-sama. Hey look over there a ramen place Naruto-sama loves ramen let's get some. Said Itachi. His partner nodded then followed him walking into Ichiraku's. Welcome to Ichiraku's ramen, what can I get ya? Said a friendly chef, haha guess who? Yes I would like 3 bowls of beef ramen to go please. Said a very eager Kisame. With a nod the ramen chef got to work, both sitting down waiting for their order. About 3 minutes later they were surrounded. Both very confused bodyguards. Can we help you? Said a confused Kisame. What in the hell are both of you doing here? Said a green spandex warring beast of Konoha. Itachi and Kisame looked at each other then Itachi stands up. Why so hostile, we were only gone for 6 years guy's son. Oh you're still mad about losing that bet right? Said a smirking Itachi. You're here for Naruto. You're still trying to take the Kyuubi's power aren't you? Stated a one-eyed copycat. Both Itachi and Kisame had blank faces. In unisons they said, what in the flying fuck are you taking about? Your orders are ready, it will be 20 rai, said a smiling Tuchi. Kisame turned around, reached in his coat. Many of the ninjas pulled out their kunais. He pulled out his wallet. Pays the man then put on hand on Itachi's shoulder then, puff, they were gone. Search the area and someone let Hokage-sama know what's going on. Yelled out Kakashi. Back in the forest. Man, what's up there, buds? I never would have thought they can hold a grudge, stated Kisame. Itachi nodded, walking back to their master. When a kunai hits the ground, noticing the explosive tag on it, both jump out the blast area. BBOOOMMMM. Was that really called for? Come on. It was 6 years ago, let it go, said a bit an aggravated Itachi. Guy, Kakashi, Anko, Jiraiya, Kurenai, Asuma, Shizune, and Tsunade landed in front of both of them. What in the hell are you talking about, you lowlife? Answered a glaring Shizune. Ouch, was the only thing that Kisame said. Itachi, a little annoyed, said, listen my friend, and I already finished with our food, but Naruto-sama has not yet gotten his. So can you step aside, let us deliver our master food before he gets mad. Everyone there except Kisame were really confused. Naruto-sama, when did that happen? And master, what going on? They all thought. Great, Naruto-sama is coming, I will not explain to him why we are late, stated Kisame. End of flashback. So what took you so long? Asked a smiling Naruto. He looked at the people around his new help, but then sighs, never mind. Naruto, can you please explain why 2's ranked missing nins called you master? Asked a very annoyed Tsunade. Oh, that would not take much time. But first things first, Itachi-san. Kisame-san, did you guys bring my food? Said a very hungry Naruto. With a nod, Kisame walked up and gave Naruto his ramen. With thanks, he walked over by a tree and sat down. Well, you guys did a great job. Itachi-san, can you lead Kisame back to the Uchiha Manor? I will see you both there. They both nodded, then, puff, they were gone. 10 minutes later, halfway through the story, Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, and Temari walked up. They sat down near Naruto. I think that's about it. Any questions? Naruto kindly asked. So you put them in a very powered genjutsu they can never break? Asked thoughtful Jiraiya. Yep, the only way that anyone can break it is by killing me and destroying the symbol at the same time, said Naruto. Kurenai, being a genjutsu mistress, wanted to know how to do it. Can you teach me that genjutsu, Naruto-kun? Please, 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 please. Jumping up and down like a 5-year-old schoolgirl. Not no, Kurenai-chan. Hey brat, what symbol? I did not see any, said Anko. Well, if you guys must know it inside their brain, said a smiling Naruto. Everyone went wide-eyed, they have never heard such a thing, and Kurenai now really wanted to know. He will tell me even if I have to use any means necessary to get what I want, she thought with an evil grin on her face. So Naruto-kun, if you teach me how to do that amazing genjutsu, I will take you out to dinner and a show. With a sweat and seductive voice. Jiraiya, Kakashi, Guy, and Asuma faces turned bright red with a small nosebleed. With a kind smile. Thanks for the offer, Kurenai-chan, I would love to teach it to you, but you need to build up your chakra reserve. Talk to me tomorrow. Also, Anko-chan, I would like to speak to you in private, so please follow me when this small gathering is over with, okay? She nodded. Good, well, if this is all, I bid everyone a good night. He vanished with Anko. Naruto-kun, wait for me. Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, and Temari running where they think he went. What just happened? Asked Tsunade. Every just shrugged, and then vanished. Kurenai wanted to know what Naruto wanted to say to Anko. He better not do anything to her, she thought. In the center clearing. So what did you want to talk about, brat? Asked an impatient Anko. With a warm smile, Naruto said, I know how to remove the curse mark for you. Anko was shocked, her eyes were wide with tears running down. Why, you can do that. He nods. Do it, I don't care what the cost. Okay, but I have one question for you, asked Naruto. What? She responded. Did you like being 17? He said with a smile. Well, I don't know. I never liked being a teen, you know. Before she could finish, Kurenai, Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, Temari, Shizune, and Tsunade burst out of the tree line. So we have company. I remember saying that I wanted to talk to her alone, but hey, what can you do? He said nonchalantly. Naruto, what you said to her is true, right? You can remove that curse seal. He nods. Another thing, what do you mean, being 17? Asked Tsunade. He smiled. Well, the only way I know how to keep her alive during this process is by making her 17 again. Turning to Anko. If you don't mind, she shakes her head. Okay. Oh, Tsunade-sama. Shizune-chan and Kurenai-chan, I was going to wait until tomorrow, but you three are here. You all need to go under the same thing as Anko-chan. Confusion was the only written in their faces. I will explain later, but first you all need to take off your clothes if you please. He said with a smile. Pervert, all the females yelled. Hey, first thing, I'm not a pervert. Second, if you don't, the jutsu will not work, so if you all please. With a stern face, they all look at him not doing anything. He sighs, fine, I will tell you why you all need to be young again. Sitting down, okay, you all notice my change in strength, right? They all nod, all right. Flashback. Naruto-kun, wake up. Said a beautiful young woman. Naruto still in a daze. Who are you, miss? The young women giggle. I'm Kami and you are my new champion. Naruto focuses, then sees a beautiful, well, that's a understatement, breathtaking Mayfita better, with long golden hair to rival his own, ruby eyes that he got stuck at a bit, and curves all in the right places. Then remembering what she said, Naruto blinks twice, sits up, takes a deep breath. WWWWHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHe giggles again, letting Naruto calm down, but then she lowers her face. She begins to speak in a saddened voice. Naruto, I'm sorry that I did not help you sooner, but I'm not allowed to change someone's destiny. But if I had the chance, At this point Kami was sobbing. Before she could speak, she felt arms wrap around her. I don't blame you. Everything that happens to me made me to the person that I am. I would have been someone different. I like the way I am. She turns around to face him, tears still running. Raising one of his hand to wipe her tears. Don't cry for me, please don't. He said with a kind voice. The next thing he knew, he was kissing Kami. HHHHHHOLLLLLLYYYYYY sulfur monosulfide. Wait, she's a goddess, so maybe I should not finish my thoughts, he thought. Then after a 2-minuet kiss, she just hangs on him. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Now I know I made the right choice in my future husband. With a loving smile, letting go of him slowly. Well, you're welcome. I really don't like. He blinks it twice. Did you just say future husband? She nods, oh, and he fainted. 10 minutes later. Naruto-kun, wake up, said a giggling goddess. Slowly waking up, looking around, then sees her. Ah, a blank stare was now looking at him. Sorry, that's the first time I wake up to someone looking at me. She giggles. So did I hear you right, you want me? All of the people you could have chosen to be your husband, why me? She smiles sweetly, that's why. You're kind, you love without anything holding you back. Your unconditional love, that's what I need in my eternal life. She said, sitting on his lap. Aren't you moving a bit too fast? I barely know you or you know me, stated a blushing Naruto. Giggling again. No, you will have a long time to know me, but first you need to save the world before you're mine. Looking into his eyes, Naruto's face had a focused expression. In 5 mortal years a banished god named Rai-Zek will return. But why? He asked. To kill you. He hates competition in power, even if it's from a titan. The best way to kill a titan is by destroying the realm he must protect. If you die, your world will live on and the next titan will take your place, but destroy their world, you kill his source of power. Naruto's eyes went wide. He will sense your power as soon as I let you go and come and destroy you. But I can teach you how to hide your power and make as many friends and allies to help in the fight. What do you mean I can't kill him? Asked Naruto. No, his power is unlimited. He is a full-flagged god of war and chaos. That's why I could only seal him away, but sad to say, when he feels someone that's worth fighting him in battle, he will awaken. That's why he will go after you. Finished saying with a sad face. I'm sorry that you're the one that will have to stop him. If you failed, he will take your power, then he will attack my realm. So Naruto-kun, will you save life itself? She asked, tears in her eyes. Looking down, then lifted his face. Looking into her eyes. Yes, I will protect the thing I love the most, stated Naruto. She smiled widely, hugged Naruto and whispered in his ear. When should we get married, after or before your battle? With a loving voice. Naruto had a shade of red on his face that would make a tomato jealous. Can I get to know you first? I just barely met you and all this talk of marriage is a bit fast, don't you think? And what if I fall for another girl or girls in my world? I really don't want to make you mad, said a nervous Naruto, knowing very well what happens when you piss off a girl, but a goddess, all bets are off. Tapping a finger on her chin. You got a point. Letting go his breath. I will share, I'm not greedy, said a smiling goddess. Then she kisses him passionately. His eyes were as wide as dinner plates. Then he shrugged, wrapped his arm around her making the kiss deeper. A small red tint was on the goddess' cheeks. Well, I see you're getting good in kissing, I'm glad. Can't wait for the wedding night. With a giggle. Once again Naruto was blushing. So shall get to work on the justice or shall we keep going? Said Kami about 1 inch away from Naruto's face. Maybe we should start before I run out of time. Said a blushing blonde. She shrugs getting up, with a sigh he gets to work. End of flashback. So that's the whole story, so any questions? He said smiling warmly. You're telling us that you're INGADED with Kami and she does not mind sharing. Yelled out all the women. A small chuckle. Y'all, every night when I go to sleep I visit her to get to know her and learn new justice I may need during the battle. Said Naruto stretching out. Now will you do what I asked or do I have to fight a god of war alone? He asked. Fine, said the 4 women in question. Okay, but just to let you 4 know I was going to close my eyes. 4 very confused women stared at him. Hey, I am the one that made this jutsu so I know how to use it with me eyes closed. Stated a smiling blonde ninja. Smart ass, said Anko. You better not look, said a blushing Kurenai. A blushing Tsunade. If I find out you just wanted to see us naked, even if you are a titan, you're dead. Stated a blonde Hokage. A nodding Shizune said, and I will make sure you never have kids. With a nod he closes his eyes. Wow, he looks even better with his eyes closed, thought the entire woman there. Okay, Tenten-chan, Hinata-chan, Sakura-chan, Ino-chan, and Tamari-chan, can all of you please block my vision just in case if I do open me eyes. They looked at him with a confused expression. I really don't want to carry them home after they try to kill me, okay? They nod, with his eyes closed he walks around the 4 women, and then stops then flash a hand seal. Kage Bunshin no jutsus. He said. 3 clones were standing with their eyes closed points at one of them. You work on Anko-chan on the cure seal when it's time I will finish it. Then point at the next one. You prepare the seal for the final step. The clones nod then walk to the last one. You tell Itachi-san and Kisame-san to be here tomorrow at noon. The last clone nodes then disappears. Walking over to Anko as soon the clone dispels. Okay, this will hurt a bit just as much when you get a small cut, okay? She nods and closed he eyes waiting for the pain that she heard him say, Titan's redemption seal. Then she did not feel any pain but strong hand on her neck. Those are the hands of a real man. Wait, what am I thinking? He's too young for me. Well, he is going to make young. You're so mine now, Naruto-kun, with a seductive smile. As soon she finished her thought Naruto said, everyone back away. All the others do what he said, okay. He goes through about 30 hands seal under 10 seconds. Then slams his hand on the sequel, Titan's Renew Jutsu, he yelled out. A massive chakra burst was felt all over Konoha. A bright light blinded the girl but lucky for Naruto he had his eyes closed. Then the light changed to a different color. It stops in light blue. BBBBBBBOMMMMMMMM. Wind blew everywhere, rocks become like dust, trees rip out of the ground, and the girls went flying back. 5 minutes later, when everything settled, Anko, Kurenai, Shizune, Tsunade were floating in midair. Slowly landing, they open their eyes, look around, then look at each other. HHHHHOLLLLLLYYYYSSHHHIITT. They yelled to each other, you look like a teen again, pointing at each other. The girls clear their throats. They turn to see the rest of the group. You 4 may want to put your clothes on again, said Ino with a smile. All the others were trying their best not to laugh at the 4 nude young women. As soon as they heard Ino, they were clothed faster than a blink of an eye. A small blush of embarrassment was on their cheeks. Tsunade was the first to speak. Well, Naruto-kun, it worked. No one heard an answer. A little annoyed she yelled, hey brat. Everyone was looking for him, then they heard a huge crash. With Naruto. About half a mile away Naruto landed. Well, that could have killed me if I was still human, but damn, that hurt, thinking to himself. Well, at least I have a bit of time to sleep before they find me. With a smile falls into sweet unconsciousness. Dream world. Hey Naruto-kun, you okay? Asked Kami with a worried look. Naruto got up, dusted himself off. Yeah, it takes a lot more than that to bring me down, before falling on Kami. He landed in between her breast. With a blush, Well Naruto-kun, if you wanted to play around you only had to ask, with a seductive voice. As soon she said that Naruto got up fast. He was breathing very quickly. Think mapervertipili same so sorry, he said way too fast. Not even Cammy had any clue what he said. What? She said, a confused look on her face. Panting, trying to calm down, and taking deep breaths. I said, I'm sorry, I really did not do that on purpose, and please don't think I'm a pervert, please, I'm so sorry. Well, that's what I think I said, doing a thinking man pose. She giggled, you're funny when you play with your bride, aren't you, Naruto-kun, with a sweet smiling. Sighing, Naruto knows when he is beat. Back in the real world. I found him, girls, shouted Hinata. Every one of them went to the hole. It was about 10 feet deep. They gasped, holy shit, hope he's okay, they all thought. Hey Naruto-kun, you okay down there? Asked Ino. About a few minutes they got their answer. Kami-chan, calm down. Hey, don't do. Hey, you're not supposed to touch me there yet. Wait, I did not mean it. Someone please wake me up. With an anime sweat drop behind their heads. That embarrassing, they all said with their heads down. Well, after his little game of goddess and mouse. Naruto was in Ichiraku's ramen, sitting there looking at the ground, trying to hide from his 10,000 strong fangirls. Hey kid, why are you hiding? Are you ashamed of eating in my stand? Asked Tucci. No, I'm trying to hide from the crazy fangirls. It's growing by the second. I don't know how they got a picture of me in the shower. Let's just say they got my best unseen side. Stated Naruto when Ayame noticed who was in her dad's stand. Oh my Kami, it's you. Looking up, he wanted to run, but it was too late. I'm your biggest fan, Naruto-kun, please go out with me. Please. With hearts on her eyes. Okay, now I'm freaked out, thought Naruto. Listen Ayame-chan, I would like to, but I'm a bit busy, he said with a nervous voice. Are you busy, no? Asked a smirking Tucci. No, well, not until noon. Why? Oh, you suck, said a little annoyed Naruto. Smiling, Ayame looks at her father. Then he said, well, until then take her out, boy. With a look of, if you don't you're never eating here again. Knowing well he lost, his head lowers and a little scream from Ayame, she runs to her house. Don't make her wait in here. Giving him about 500 ryo. Give her a good time, kid, with a heartwarming smile. Thanks, said the blonde ninja. Great, there goes my training time, he thought, walking to Ayame's house. Well, at least it not like she's going to tell her friends in the club I'm going on a date or. Fuck, was the only thing he said when he arrived to Ayame's house. About 1,000 of the fangirls were there, then a gigantic scream. The next things he knows, he's running with Ayame, not because of the date, more for her own safety. Where in the hell are Itachi and Kisame? An angry titan thought. With the bodyguards. Who? They both sneezed. Hey, you think someone is talking about us? Asked Kisame. Itachi shrugged, don't know? Hey, what time are we supposed to meet Naruto-sama? Fuck if I know. Hey, let's go check to see if he's there. Said Kisame. Back with Naruto. You know, next time, if there's a next time, you need to let them know after the date, okay? Said a smiling idol. Whatever you say, was the response he got from her. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me. He is carrying me, oh Kam-sama, I thank you. Having a glassed over eyes. About 10 minutes later, Naruto takes Ayame to a nice restaurant, and taking a set in the far back. Well, after their small breakfast they went for a walk in the park, knowing very well all the fangirls were in the city. The whole time he was making small talk, finding out who took his shower picture. So it was Ino-chan. Really, please tell me more. With a kind smile, knowing very well he could ask her to strip, she would have. Yes, it was Ino, she said. Hinata told me what our Naruto-kun takes his showers, and Tenten, being a very good tracker, found where he lived. She even said that your new place was great. How big is it anyways? She asked. Well, it can hold about 8 to 12 people, but I like my space, you know. Walking around your place in your underwear, working out, and stuff. And I should have not said that. When he noticed she was taking notes. What are you doing? He asked. Oh, if I don't let the club know what you do in your private time, they will kill me or kick me out. Stated Ayame. Oh, was the only thing he said. About an hour until noon, he takes her back to her dad's stand, telling her if she goes home she might get attacked by rival club members. She nods. Training field. Finally I can practice, he said to himself once again. His guitar was in his hand. and a bushing next to him with a bass guitar, both start to play. But he did not know he was being watched. The kill by 30 seconds to Mars. What if I wanted to break? Laugh it all off in your face. Both humming till they finished the song, and then the Bushin puffs away. He takes a deep sigh. You know girls, you got to stop spying on me. Looking at a tree. 9 figures fall out of the tree. They walk up to him, and then he noticed they were crying a bit. Are all of you okay? He asked with a concerned voice. Are we okay? What about you, Naruto-kun? What's with those sad songs? Said Sakura. Ino wiped away a few tears. Yeah, the last one was so sad I could not stop crying. She said. Hinata, Tamari, and Tenten nod in agreement. What do you mean he sang a sadder song than this? Asked Kurenai and Anko at the same time. What did it sound like? Asked Tsunade. Shizune was sobbing. I have to find out why he cries in the inside, she thought. Tenten spoke up. Naruto-kun, can you play it for them please? He nods. Few minutes later. G G G G G G R R R R R A A A V V V V V E D D Diggear. He hummed until it was silent, but he heard sobbing, not looking up. This is the way I can let out some of my sadness without talking to anyone. I don't want anyone to know what bad memories rise up sometimes even when I'm happy. Singing these songs help, he said without looking up, a small shadow covering his eyes. Wow, now I want to know more about you, Naruto-kun, they all thought. Well, let's start the training before you all ask what memories I was singing about, he said, getting up without any of them seeing his eyes. Just when they were about to protest, Naruto stops them by making a few bunchins. They will teach you what you need to learn. I need to go somewhere. Don't worry, I will be back. He disappears before they could say anything. Wave country. So it's been a long time, has it not, my fallen friends? Looking at 2 headstones. Hope you two had a good rest. He said, forming some hand seals. Hope Shinigami is in a good mood. Shinigami world. Hello, anyone here? Sorry to come without being invited, but I need to talk to Shinigami-sama. Said Naruto, looking inside the dark tunnel seeming to go on forever. A massive shadow moved in the far end. Who dares come and bother me? The Shinigami. Said the massive shadow, but the weird thing is it sounded familiar. Focusing and shocked of the thought. Naruto walked toward the end of the tunnel, then sees a massive throne. Okay, it was Uzumaki Naruto Titan. The shadow figure makes a hum sound. I'm here to ask if I can take 2 souls back to the land of the living, he said in a bow. The next thing he knows, a girly scream came from this massive figure. Oh, Naru-kun, you don't need to do that. He looks up to find he is in a well-lit room, a young woman that looks like Kami, but her hair is light silver gray, and light red eyes was the only difference. Are you Shinigami-sama? She nods. Okay, are you related to Kami-chan? He asked. Yep, she is my twin sister. Wow, she has great taste to pick out our husband, she said in a kind voice. Naruto was a little bit confused, then said, what do you mean, our husband? She giggles. In the realm of gods and goddesses, if you have a twin sibling, you both need to marry one partner. She said with blush, you like what you see? Wait, you're telling me that I have to marry the goddess of life and death? She nod. Oh, he faints. Wow, I knew I looked good, but that is a bit much, she giggled. Walking over to him gently shoves him. He wakes up a lot faster. The last time he found out he was get married to someone he does not know. Okay, I'm cool. You know what, I'm not cool, I don't even know both of you. Don't get me wrong, I think any man, god, or titan would be lucky to have both of you. But I would like to know you too before any plans are made, you know. He stated, trying not to piss of the goddess of death. You do have a point, she said, but you will have a long time to know us very well after the wedding, she said with a childlike voice. Knowing fully well he will not win. Okay, we will talk about this later. About those souls, can you let me have them? I have the bodies, the only thing I need to do is regenerate them, and then put the souls back in, he said with a kind smile. Wow, even your smile makes me. She did not finish. She jumps on top of him, kissing him vigorously like it would be the last time they see each other. Naruto wraps his arms around her waist, making the kiss deeper. Shinigami blushes and closed her eyes. About 3 minutes into the kiss they break apart. Wow, you're good. What were you saying? Oh, the souls. You can have them, but you need to talk to them before you go on, she said. Not a problem, he said. Okay, who is it you want? Shinigami asked. Haku and Zabuza. was his answer. 4 in the afternoon in Konoha. Hokage-sama, we have a message from Suna, said an Anbu captain. But there was no one behind the desk. Where's the Hokage? Her partner asked. A few minutes later a search for the Hokage began. About 20 minutes into it they found her, and what they saw they will never forget. 3 Naruto clones were teaching 8 of the best kunoichis in all Konoha, and 1 kunoichi from Sanagakure. They could not believe their eyes. Every word the Bunshins said they followed. When they did something wrong the clones walked them through it. And one thing was clear as day, they all had a small blush every time one of the Bunshins got close to one of them, just like the shy Hyuga girl. So what brings you here? Someone asked from behind the Anbu captain. The only thing that went through their minds was, how in the hell did he get behind me? We were looking for the Hokage. It seems that you're their new sensei, she said. Then her partner whispered, lucky brat. Yeah, you can say that, but I don't think I'm lucky. You have no idea how difficult it is to keep them focused. Naruto said, looking at his new students. So, whatcha ya holding there? He asked, looking at her hand with a chilled-like voice. It's for the Hokage, not for you. So if you please let me speak with her, she said with a stern voice. Naruto shrugs, then leads them to the field. As soon as he did, all of his Bunshins puffed away. All of the girls looked right at the Anbu squad. We have an urgent message from Suna, she said, handing the message to Tsunade. Hey, have you guys seen my servants by any chance? He asked his students. But before any of them could answer, 2 figures morphed out of the shadows. Oh, never mind. Walking to them. Why are you guys late? You guys know I don't like my friends and servants to be late, he said with a bit annoyed voice. Sorry Naruto-sama, we were chased by Anbu again. Before you get mad, we did not kill any of them, said a bowing Itachi. Okay. Oh, I have good news, some old friends of mine want to join us in the mission, he said with a kind smile. Who are they? Asked a curious Kisame. 2 figures appeared behind Naruto. Oh, you're here, good. Guys, meet Haku-chan, and Zabuza-san. Haku, the younger woman, had long black hair, brown eyes, and kind smile. Yep, Haku is a girl in this one. She had a body that would make any man drool. Zabuza was tall, very muscular, hides his lower part of his face like Kakashi. Both were wearing new-looking ninja clothes. With a nod to each other, okay, that was short and sweat. Anyways, Itachi-san and Kisame-san, do any of you two know where Akatsuki hide out at? He asked. They were about to answer when Tsunade yelled at him, Naruto-kun, come here. Without someone telling him twice, he was there. Okay, the cousinage was captured by Akatsuki. We need to ask your friends where they went, she said. Well, before I forget, I need 4 head protectors. She nods. So do you guys know? He asked. Yes, Naruto-sama. They're about 3 to 4 days away from Suna, but you will not make it right about now. The Akatsuki bastards are getting ready for the demon removal jutsu, Itachi said, with Kisame nodding in agreement. That's not a problem, just tell me where to go, he said with a smile. Then he looked at the Anbu captain. Well, if you don't mind, would you give a message to someone? She looks at the Hokage, nods, then nods toward Naruto. Can you tell Kiba that he has a very beautiful looking sister? He said, then disappeared with his 4 companions. Hana was blushed a very deep shade of red. Thank Kami, I have a mask. That guy is so hot. He will be mine, thought a very interested Anbu captain. Inside a cave a day later. Where in the hell are those 2? Said a very mad leader. Walking around the unknown cave, many other members were there waiting patiently for their missing comrades. Deidara was playing with his so-called art. Sasori was working on his puppet armor. Hidan was sharpening his scythe. Zetsu was working on one of his plants, and the others were doing their own thing. Then the 2 members in question arrived carrying something or someone. So where were you guys, asked a curious Deidara. The leader walks to them. What do you 2 have there? All the other members were curious to know what these 2 have. Without saying a word, Kisame threw his cargo to the floor right in front of everyone. All of them were surprised to see who they had. It was the 9-tailed Jinchuriki. A small evil chuckle came from the leader that would made Orochimaru's skin crawl. Kukuku, you 2 finally got him, and know we have all the power we need to start a new world. But first we need a new Jinchuriki made for this other demon, he said, looking over his shoulder. Someone was chained to the wall, like an animal. The person looked like a young girl, black hair mid-back length, cat-like light green eyes, nicely tanned skin, and a body that would make any women kill to have. She was looking down, some tears rolling down her cheeks. The leader looked back to the nine-tailed Jinchuriki, his eyes widened, he was gone. Then he looks back at Itachi and Kisame, they were gone as well. All the members of the Akatsuki looked shocked, what just happened? They were here and then they are gone. What the fuck? Stated a really pissed off leader. He looks right at them, all the members they didn't, I don't know, look and shrugged. They were about to look for them when they heard a girly scream. Looking back at the girl, she was gone. Then when they looked at Gaara, he was gone. Then they heard something coming from behind them. Quickly turning back, they saw Naruto standing there with the girl, carrying her bridal style. Gently putting her down. Are you okay? He said with a real smile on his face. The girl blushed and nods that he said, good, may I know your name? Nibi, she said, looking into the sky blue eyes, she could not get enough of. With a kind smile he nods, my name is Naruto, can you excuse me for a bit? He asked. She nods, he turns around, looks right at the Akatsuki with a menacing look in his eyes. All of the Akatsuki stepped back a bit. But the leader stood his ground staring into those eyes. Everyone that was there could feel the tension in the air. Hi, said Naruto, killing the tension with a kind smile. Everyone in that room had a huge anime sweat drop. What the fuck, you stupid kid? How in the hell did you get her and get the fuck over there? Yelled out a very pissed off leader. Doing a thinking pose, well, I walked over there, then broke the chains, then walked over here. That's about it. Oh wait, I also took all of your rings. Huh, with a small laugh at the end. All of them checked their hands to see if the little punk was playing or telling the truth. Unfortunately, he was not lying. The leader was very surprised about this. No one moves faster than me, no one, not even Arashi was this good. What the fuck is going on? Thought the leader. All the other Akatsuki members were thinking around the same thing, but not the Arashi thing. Itachi, Kisame, get him, commanded the leader, but only saw them standing next to Naruto with a smug smirk on their faces. You dare to betray me? You sorry pieceses of shit. Roared out the leader. Well, leader, we were never really was a part of this little organization, said a smirking Itachi. The leader was fuming at this. He was about to give the command of attack. But Naruto raised his hand, one finger up, and pointed at the leader, shaking his head no. If I were you, I wouldn't move. Itachi, Kisame, go outside and make sure that no one is coming in or out. Also take Nibi-chan and Gaara-san with you. Naruto said with a very stern face, looking at the Akatsuki. Itachi and Kisame nodded, grab hold of Nibi, but she did not go with. Then she grabbed hold of Naruto's leg. Please let me stay with you, I want to see them pay for what they did to my sister and her container. Nibi asked with tears in her eyes. With a nod, then looked at his two companions, nods, they were gone. Then he looked right at the young demon girl and noticed she was completely nude. Looking away quickly, he unzips his coat and handed it to Nibi. You should use this, unless you like to show the world your birthday suit? He said with a little blush creeping up on his cheeks. Nibi did not understand what he meant, taking the time to check her. A new shade of color was on her face, beet red, and quickly taking the coat. It was then Naruto looked back at her, much better, I would hate if you got a cold. So if you please stand back and please, no matter what happens, don't try to help, okay? He said with a kind smile that Nibi has never seen before. Now she takes the time to check out her hero, beautiful blue eyes. Whisker marks on his cheeks. 6 in total. Long blonde hair pulled back into a long ponytail that reached the back off his knees. Looking into his eyes, feeling something that she haven't felt in a long time. Wow, beautiful eyes, so kind and gentle, his smile is so. Kami, why am I thinking this way? Is this human making me warm? Oh, I don't know what to do. While not fighting it, he is my new mate, she thought. Naruto noticed her eyes had that faraway look in them and knew he had another problem to fix later. Clearing his throat, the girl was back in the land of the living with a small blush and wiping away a little drip of drool. Okay, I really don't want to know what she was thinking, but back to the assholes, he thought. Hey Nibi-chan, please get going, okay? He said, looking at his opponents. Out of her thoughts, she bolted behind a boulder. Sorry about that, let's see who is the strongest out of you, scanning all of the Akatsuki. He looks at the leader. So you're the strongest, about 5 taels worth in demon standards, not bad, maybe more, and the rest is about 4 to 5 cage worth. Well, this will be really fun, don't you think? He said, looking right at the leader. The leader smirks, and you don't even have a cage level, you stand no chance, boy. Give me back the Kazenkage and that demon girl. I promise that your extraction of your demon will not be that painful for long," he said with an evil voice. Naruto starts a chain of hand seals. Well, about my power level, let's change that. He was done with the first step, Titan release first restarint. A massive change of power level was felt. The sheer power of it was pushing every loose stone to fly back, but the Akatsuki members were still standing. Good, you guys are holding well. Next level. Titan Realease second restraint. This time the ground he was standing on began to crack. The wind was now pushing up against the walls of the cave, cracking under the pressure. The leader was not moving an inch, but the rest were slowly being pushed back. Well, still standing, I see now for 50 of my power. A new set of hand seals. Titan unleashed third restraint KKKK. This time everything stopped. No wind, no sound. Not even the sound of breathing was heard, and then all of the air rushed right back to Naruto. Then it blew right back out. It was like a nuke was set off. Wave after wave of chakra was let out. With Itachi and Kisame, they stopped dead in their tracks when they felt Naruto's power level. They could not breathe, and then the shock wave hit them, knocking them off their feet. What in the hell was that, Itachi? Kisame yelled out as he is holding on for dear life onto a tree. The wind was far beyond of a hurricane. The trees were slowly uprooted one by one. I don't know Kisame, but this feels like Naruto-sama's chakra level, yelled Itachi, also trying to hold on a tree plus Gaara. Then they looked at the sky. They saw the clouds were gathering like a hurricane, but it was spinning the wrong way. Thunder was striking right at the mountainside. Some of the clouds looked like they were being sucked in the mountain. Kisame, we shouted, try to get moving, yelled Itachi, getting a nod. They tried to move. In Konoha, what in Kami's name is going on? Shouted Tsunade, holding onto her chair. Everyone else was trying to stay standing but failed. Old buildings were being destroyed by the earthquakes. The Hokage Tower was swaying by the forces of the winds. Every single person in Konoha was in total fear. Hinata was the first to realize what was going on, and she had a surprise and fear look in her face. What's wrong, Hinata? Asked Ino. All the other girls soon had the same face expression when they realized what Hinata already knew. This is Naruto-kun chakra level, said a very scared Tenten that voiced out what the other girls were thinking. What made him go all out like this? Asked a concerned Anko. Only one person knew. This is not Naruto-kun full power, this is only half, said a calm-looking Haku with a smile on her face. Only half? That can't be true, said a shocked Kurenai. Zabuza answered, yes, it's true, and that why he asked for Haku and I to stay and make sure none of you try to see what he is doing is because you all would die by the sheer force of his aftershock of his power. Back with Naruto. This is insane, no one has this much power, thought everyone except Naruto. This can't be half your power, this is more than the Kyuubi himself. WHHHAAT or YOUUU? Shouted the leader, only getting a cold stare that could freeze any fire. Slowly every sound came back. The winds stopped and all the rocks settled and the dust cleared. Everyone that saw this could not believe their eyes. The cave was gone, they were in the open. Naruto's hair was free now. If you guys ever seen or read Tenno Tenge, think Shin Natsumi hairstyle. His eyes were gloving in a way that made him seem like a dragon ready to strike. Then Naruto pointed at Tobi. You must be the brains of the operation, I can feel your Sharingan. Funny, it feels like you don't want to fight me, do you? Tobi was stunned, no one ever knew he had the Sharingan but this guy did. Tell me, what are you? I am a Titan, one that will judge the living and the dead. See if a soul is worthy of returning to the land of living, my domain. Naruto's voice made everyone shake in fear. Slowly he walked toward them doing some hand seals, and then bit his thumb, wiping the blood on a strange mark on his left arm. You all should feel honored that you're going to see a Titan's weapon. Living flame, come to me, IBESITCHU. He said calmly at first, then yelled out in the end. A bright light blinded everyone. When it cleared, all the elements of the world and some that they never seen before gathered. It began to make a shape of a solid black hilt with blood-red swirling line went through it. A 4.5 long, 2-inch wide lighting-colored blade. Then the guard was earth color, but the back of the guard shifted to a small side color of swirling air. It looks like a katana and a knight's sword as well. You all have a moment to think what I am about to offer, side with me or die, and never have the chance of life again, it's your choice. Make it well, he said with no emotion behind his words. Only one of the Akatsuki answered. I will go with you but in one condition. He nods. Grant me youth again, she asked. Find anyone else? No answer. You women stand behind me if you don't want to die. Body flickering behind him, many of the other members thought she was going to attack but only took off her cloak and walked to the boulder where Nibi was. He stabs the ground. A circle appeared. Welcome to the Ring of Time. Here I control space and time, so who will be first to taste my blade? He said in a bone-chilling voice. Tobi stepped forward. I wish to go with you. I am not ready to die, not just yet. Naruto looks at him with a raised eyebrow. You think that I'm a fool, don't you? I can see through that lie of yours. You are ready to die, but what should I do with you then? I will test you then, see if you're worthy, he said to him with the same ice-cold voice. Tobi was now right next to Naruto. He got on his knees and bowed, then said, I will devote myself to you, so please grant me this wish. I really would like to know who I am before I die. I also would like to be at your side, I would like to keep making my art, said a pleading Deidara. Naruto looks deep into his visible eye. You both will be by my side at the end, I will make sure of that, and both of you will be tested not by me but time itself. He stated, opening a hole to allow Tobi and Deidara to walk out. Tobi and Deidara threw their coats, then made their way with the two girls. All of Akatsuki members power up and charge at the same time. Sasori launched his puppet army. Hidan did his scythe attacks mix with his strongest jutsu behind it. Zetsu launches his strange vines attacks. Each vine had jaws on each leaf. Kakuzu using his most powerful attack, and the other members did theirs. The leader was fist to get to him and tries to stab Naruto in the back, and the other members did their own most powerful attacks. One by one each attack hit their target. Right in that moment they all saw something they wish was all a bad dream. Yura was in Naruto's place. He was being eaten and burned alive. Well, then the scythe attacks hit. He was now nothing more than a pile of burning flesh. Hidan was fighting Naruto. Sound of clashing blades rang through the Ring of Time. Naruto kicks him out of the way. Then the puppet army tried to pile on him, but one by one the puppets were being destroyed beyond repair. The leader's body flickered behind Naruto, trying again to stab him but was stopped by a white kick. Kakuzu was about to use his strongest attack but was stopped. Naruto was right in front of him. Everyone that saw this thought that Naruto just poked him, but his back exploded. Where his heart should be was a gaping hole. Only a single word left his falling body. How? Dead before hitting the floor, and it went up in white flames. Another bone-chilling sound was heard. Leader looked back. Zetsu was being burned alive very slowly. No matter what he tried, the white fire did not go out. The flames engulfed him, only leaving behind ash. The sound of clashing blades had stopped as well. Hidan, the so-called immortal, was proven wrong. One single thrust of Naruto's blade hit his heart, making the whole body explode into a bloody mess. The other members were electrocuted by Naruto's living flame blade. The leader was left standing in the bloody mess, whatever was left of the once feared organization Akatsuki. Tell me, what is your name before you die? Asked Naruto without a single stain or scratch on him. Impossible, no one is this strong, he thought. I will not die, brat, you will. So you know the one who sent you to hell. My name is Pain. Just then he showed his face. He looked like the Arashi, but Naruto knew better. They went into a high-speed taijutsu battle. With every missed strike, Pain was getting slower and slower. Naruto slamming his knee into Pain's gut sent him flying, and downward kick sent him rocketing back to earth. Pain did not have a chance to stand when a fist hit his head. Moving back, like a wolf ready to deliver the last strike, waiting for his prey to stand, and his prey tried to stand. So his family is the one that started this. You and Orochimaru are the one that got the damn fox to attack, forever cursing me to live such hell. Only a nod. Well, let me thank you with the knowledge that because of you two I am now what I am today, so please take this as my thanks. When he finished what he said, he was face to face with Pain. Pain's eyes were wide, his mouth open in shock. The only thing that was missing right at that moment was his body. You are not dead yet. All of you knowledge that you have will be given to me, but first I want you to feel what I felt like those so many years ago. Those were the last word Pain heard when the Ring of Time took him to long dark abyss of End of Time realm. Along with whatever was left, the Akatsuki organization. All of Naruto's powers constraints seals returned, walking slowly towards the women and men were hiding behind what was left of the boulder. Both women were shaking in fear on their knees, then men were trying their best not to fall, but the ex-Akatsuki members were just frozen in fear. But the only thing that they saw was the most kind smile a person can give. "Are you guys all right?" he asked, crouching down to the women level. He only got a nod from both of them. He took a deep breath and looks right into their eyes. "I will not hurt any of you. Sorry that you saw me go out of control like that. I really would have liked for none of you to have seen that, but I do have a way for you two to forget if you like," he said with a kind voice and a sincere look in his eyes. Then looks at the two men. "You two, are you okay?" He get a slow nod. "Would you like the same offer I made just now?" said the kind-hearted Titan. Nibby was the first to speak. "No, I don't want to forget, but tell me what you are really. No human can move that fast and be as powerful like Lord Kyuubi?" The other three nodded in agreement. "Well, like I said before, I'm a Titan and the Kyuubi, sorry to say, he has passed on, but I will explain later. Right now we need to get out of here, okay?" he said, looking into her eyes and his hand on her cheek. She blushed and nodded. Then he looked at the other girl that was now standing but still had fear written on her face. "I promise to grant you youth, so if you please follow me." She nodded and followed. They were in the middle of what is to be the cave. "Now if you please remove your clothes, and please don't think that I'm trying to be a pervert. This will only work if you're, for lack of a better word, birthday suit only, sorry," he said with his eyes shut and a small bow of apology. "Oh, I almost forgot to ask your name, miss?" "May, my name is May," she said while taking off her clothes. He nods, but his eyes are still closed. She smiles. "He is a powerful and honorable, he is interesting, I give him that, but I don't know why, but I want him to see me like this, she thought. "You can open your eyes, there's nothing wrong on looking at a woman that you own," she said with a wise smile. Naruto blushed a shade of red that would match his coat. He slowly opened his eyes only to meet her dark blue eyes. "Wow, he has soulful eyes, he is worthy of me," she thought. She noticed that Naruto only was looking right into her eyes. She tried her best to surprise as a small blush. "You're the first to ask me to see them like this, but I do not own you. You chose to come with me, that make you a friend, not a slave, okay?" he said with a real smile. He notices that Nibby was fuming and May was blushing up a storm. "Okay, no, hold still, this will hurt a lot, not you though, only me." 10 minutes later. "Damn it, I will never get used to that no matter how strong I am," said Naruto in a small crater. Both girls were giggling and the men had a smile on their faces by what he said. He stood up and tried to wake. The key word tried. He fell forward, only being caught by both girls. Give me a minuet, I'll be alright." "So Nibby-chan, how did they get a hold of you?" he asked. "Well, I was looking for my sister but found out she was sealed away inside this girl. Well, it was my fault in the first place anyway. I made my sister come with me to look for Lord Kyuubi, but some human attacked us. Well, I was fine, but my sister's leg was hurt. So my anger got the best of me, so I attacked his village. Well, somehow I was pushed back to my sister. They sealed her away, but I got away." Tear began to fall. "For 2 years I cried, but I decided to protect the girl that my sister was in, so for the next 15 years I looked for her in my human form. I found her, but she was being attacked by those bastards over there and they took her. So I went after them, but the same guys somehow got behind me and sealed me into my human, for I still have all my powers but lost some of my speed. Well, when I finally made it to where her scent ended, it was too late. My sister and her container were taken from me, so once again my anger got the best of me again, so they beat me down. When you arrived they were going to find a child to seal me in to then extract later. That was why I was naked on that wall earlier." She finished with a blush of embarrassment. Naruto nodded and did something that made Nibby a little shocked. He hugs her. "Sorry that I was not fast enough to save your sister, but don't worry, your sister and the other trapped demons will be sent home, okay?" he said in her ear low enough for only she could hear. She nodded and he lets her go, then looks at May. "So what your story?" he asked kindly. She looks at him, then sits down and she closes her eyes. "I was a small girl the day my parents died, so I live alone. I really don't want to talk about my village, so just say I was made into their perfect killing machine. Without any parents to say anything, the council trained me to be nothing but a weapon. When I was 14 they decided that I was not needed anymore, so they tried to kill me in my sleep. Well, just say they trained me to well. I killed them all, got away and wander around for 6 years. One day Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki, found me. He offered me a new chance in life, so for the next 5 years. I worked for him. Over time I fell in love. Like that hellhole of village I came from, he only used me, so the only reason I stayed is because I did not know where to go. That's until you came along you gave me a choice, and from what your eyes said to me is that you really did not want to kill them, so I take a chance, but even if you did not give me my youth back I would have still gone with you. You show your feelings, so that's why I am not your friend, but if you let me I will be your lover. She said. At the end of it she opened her eyes and lined in for a kiss. Naruto did not have a chance to stop her, she already kissing him, so like the master of kissing he is, and deepened the kiss. It made Mei moan a bit out of lust. Well, Nibi was not too happy about this. What does this bitch think she is doing? He is my mate, not hers, she thought. As soon the kiss ended, Nibi took the chance to kiss him next. Naruto was really shocked, right? No, first he made an enemy into a friend, or maybe more, but he really wished he did not get any more attention. Then a cute little demon girl stole a kiss as well. He mentally sighs and does the same thing he did earlier, he deepened the kiss. Nibi really enjoying the taste, so she purred. Now that is my mate, he really knows how to make a girl wet, she thought with another purr. Mei on the other hand was not mad or jealous. She knew that he is a man that might need more than one lover, so as soon the kiss was over she snuggled in Naruto's right arm. Nibi did the same thing, only on his neck. Both Tobi and Deidara were thinking the same thing. Lucky son of a bye. They stopped when they saw Naruto looking at both of them. So what your story, you two? Said a smiling titan. Deidara spooked up. Well, I was from Hidden Rock and I utilize mouths on my palms to create exploding art. I left my village behind to work as a terrorist for anti-nationalists. I was then invited into Akatsuki So that's my story in a nutshell Tobi then started to speak. I really don't remember much, but my real name is Madara Uchiha. But I'm not sure, but would like to know. So are you three an item now, or you like to have more than one woman in your bed, Titan-sama? He said in a childlike voice. Why me? Why do I have to have more help? But no. And why do I have to be so damn lucky with women? Sure, I love them all equally, but Delilah, what should I do? He thought, looking at the sky. An outline of a woman, back and middle, shoulder-length brown hair swaying in the wind, slowly fading away. An unseen tear fell from Naruto's cheek. That will be answered later, you nosy brat. Tobi make a chuckle sound. Okay, let's get going, I really don't want to make anyone worry, he said. They all nodded and stood up. He walked up to this huge monster-like thing, then did a few seals. The thing burst it to ashes, letting all of the demon go home. Nibi could have sworn she heard her sis say, goodbye. A tear rolled down her cheek. Then they made their way back to Konoha. A few days later, everything was back to normal. Well, as normal you're going to get for Naruto once again. He was back in the training field alone, well, so he thought. Naruto-kun, why did you leave me behind? You said you were going to teach me something fun, said Nibi on his back, hugging his neck very tightly. Can't breathe. She loosens her hold on him. Nibi-chan, I was going to teach you later today, right now I need to practice, he said, getting her of his back. Then his guitar was out again. Nibi had stars on her eyes by looking at him holding his guitar. Wearing standard ninja clothing with some small touch-ups, dark navy blue long sliver shirt, black bike shorts with silver stockings, and black combat boots. Can I watch you play, please, please, please? PPPPLLLLLLEASSEE, said a star-struck demon girl. A small chuckle left Naruto's lips and nodded. He closed his eyes and started to play Hey There Delilah by Plain White Tees. He hummed till it was quiet, then heard a big group sigh. He opened his eyes and wish he'd didn't. Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, Tamari, Anko, Kurenai, Shizune, Haku, Mei, and Tsunade all had heart on their eyes. Okay, I need to find a better place to practice. And where in the fuck are Itachi, Kisame, and asshole of a man Zabuza? Thought a little bit scared Titan. With said man. Hey guys, got that feeling that you forgot something really important to do? Asked Zabuza. In a bar with his two new friends, or what you call people that you're going to work with for the rest of your life. Kisame stopped drinking and looked up to the ceiling. Nope, how about you, Itachi? Shaking his head, they continued to drink. Back to Naruto. Before he got a chance to speak, barrage of questions hit him. Like, where's New York City? Who is Delilah? Why have you wrote a song about me? And many more around the same thing. Naruto just waited until the little argument settled down a bit, just playing a small melody. Finally, after about 10 minutes of question, ranting, and many more very troublesome things, for a lack of a better word. The girls just sat there listening to him play. Then he stopped. A little groan came from them. He just smiled at them. Okay, know that I have your attention to answer some of your questions. This will take some time. If one of you need to do something, go no, and I will wait here. None of them left. Okay, where to begin? Flashback. Okay, Naruto-kun, I can teach you some things, but that is for the end of your journey, all right, said Kami in an angelic voice. Naruto nodded but then had a questionable look. Where am I going? Well, you're going through time and spaces for your training, how to use your power and to learn things that might help along the way. But you should know this will not be easy. It will feel like you were gone for years, but here it will only be a second, okay, she said. He nods. No, first you're going to another world to learn how to use your power with other titans. They are original titans, so they are much more powerful than even me. And when they feel you're ready, they will send you somewhere else, okay? He nods. No, hold still. A massive light surrounded him, then he was gone. Be safe, was the last thing he heard Kami say. Time skipped 10,000 years. Modern-day New York, the year 1999. Naruto was in a music school but was getting lessons from Jackie Chan when he had a chance. He was walking down Wall Street looking at the marvels of this world's technology. Half an hour of walking around the city, our hero was in the public library reading on history, science, and many more things that got his attention. Finally done with his studies, it was 9 p.m. and it was a nice clear night. The moon was full, but a scream got him back to earth. He ran toward the screams, finds a young woman being assaulted by a group of gang members. Hey, what in the hell is going on here? Shouted Naruto. He did not get an answer, instead they let the girl go and attacked him. It was not much of a fight, he easily finished then under a minute. He walked up to the girl and extended his hand to her. Are you okay, miss? But he got a massive hug from the young woman. Thank you, thank you, thank you, she says between sobs. Leading her to a bench and waited for her to calm down or loosen her hold on him. About an hour or so she was finally calm, but she was asleep with a smile on his face. He takes her to his small apartment. Naruto's apartment. She woke up in a warm bed and the smell of something good cooking. In her mind she played back what happened to her last night, but then the door opened and Naruto had a tray of food. Oh, you're awake, that are good, hope you like eggs, bacon, and pancakes. He said with a kind smile. Who are you? And where am I? She said with hugging her legs close to her chest. Naruto walked in the room, set the tray down and sat near the end of the bed. Well, my name is Naruto Uzumaki and you're in my home at the moment. If you don't mind, tell me your name, miss? He asked kindly. She looks deep into his eyes and could tell he was telling the truth. Delilah. Delilah Smith is my name. He nods. Thank you for saving me yesterday. I don't know what would have happened if you were not there. She started to tear up. She put her hands to her face and began to cry, but felt strong arms wrap around her. She looked up to see a pair of clear blue eyes that mocked the sky. Don't cry, it will be okay, you'll see. He said, almost sounding like a child. Delilah just stared into his eyes and Naruto did the same. She was a beautiful girl, green eyes, middle shoulder-length honey brown hair, milky soft skin, and well-kept body. For 10 minutes they stayed like this until she leaned in for a kiss that Naruto gladly returned. Time skipped 2 years later. Naruto graduated from school, finished with his lessons with Jackie a month later. He was still in the same old apartment, but with a few changes. It had more a home feel to it now. There were many pictures all around the place and a couple of instruments. Naruto was on his desk writing a new song for a friend but was going to use to ask Delilah to marry him. He was done and could not wait till she came home from her printer's house later on that day. He had a ring that had her birthstone and beautiful sapphire that matches her eyes perfectly. The whole time thinking, will she believe me when I tell her that I'm a titan? Or even the fact that I'm from a different world altogether? The whole night he thought about that. Well, tomorrow is the day, but won't hurt to check. He walked into the kitchen and looked at the calendar. Right there, clear as day, September 11th. What was the name of the plane? Oh, here it is, American Airlines Flight 11. He looks at the clock, 1 a.m. Well, better get ready. Time skipped 3 months later. Rainy day, no sun, no joy. Naruto dressed in black looking at a headstone. It read, Her Rest Delilah Smith. Born October 10, 1978. Died on September 11, 2001. A loving dater. She loved life and one man. Naruto did not show any emotion. He waited for everyone to leave. When he finally alone slowly kneed down to the headstone, kissed the name, and got up, walked away, leaving behind a small black box. In a clearing he vanished from sight when a lightning bolt flashed across the sky. End of flashback. I gave the song to my friend but don't know what happened to it, but that happened about 100 to 110,000 years ago. I would have revived her back, but if I did she would have not been the same. I spoke with that world god of life and death, they said it was her time. They even told me that it was her time when I saved her. They go on saying that the time we had was a gift. I wished that I could have told her I loved her more, the life itself, that I wanted her to be mine, but I think she already knows. He looked into the sky, seeing her image fading away, and waving goodbye. I know, goodbye Delilah, and I will try to be happy for you, he thought, looking down to the ground, taking a big breath and letting it out slow. Funny, this is the first time in many years I talked about this. It feels good though, like a weight is off my shoulders. You know, he said, looking at the ground, some tear running down his face. Nibi, Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, Tamari, Anko, Kurenai, Shizune, Haku, Mei, and Tsunade had tears running down their faces as well. Seeing someone they loved in such pain hurt them more than any physical pain. They were about to say something, but Naruto got up and did a small bow to them. Thank you for listening. I must go rest, he said in a tired voice. He stood up, began to walk away, then vanished in a flash of light. Okay, who here know where he lives? Asked Mei. Ino stood up. What better way than to show you? Are you coming or what? A group nodded and they were off. Naruto's house. Naruto was sitting in front of a solid black grand piano. With his eye closed, he slowly began playing Ludwig van Beethoven Moonlight Sonata. All of his emotions were being shown at that moment. The way he played was like seeing a true master of the piano. But, for some odd reason, it did not sound sad but happy. The way it should be. His home had the beautiful sound running through it for about a mile away. People cried tears of joy for being blessed to listen to such a wonderful sound. Outside his window, Nibi, Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, Tamari, Anko, Kurenai, Shizune, Haku, Mei, and Tsunade were just frozen in their place, not even daring to move, but they saw something that almost made them jump through the window. Back with Naruto. He was done, only just sitting there looking at his piano. Then he closed his eyes, as he felt soft hand on his cheeks, and something on his lap. He opened his eyes to meet honey brown eyes. I did not know you played so beautifully, Naru-kun, said Hana with a loving voice. Naruto smiled. Thanks, but tell me how you got in my home without setting off my alarms. He asked, about 1 inch away from her face. Hana had blushed so hard that it would have put Hinata to shame. You never turned them on, so it was very easy to get in even if I wasn't an Ambu captain. So did you mean what you said about me? She said, closing in for a kiss. Then the door burst off its hinges, both of them looking at something that made Naruto sweat in fear. Nibi, Tenten, Hinata, Sakura, Ino, Tamari, Anko, Kurenai, Shizune, Haku, Mei, and Tsunade were standing inside his living room. Captain, what in the hell are you doing to our Naru-chan? Shouted a very mad Hokage. When did I even begin to be theirs, and how in the hell did they break a door that was made out of the strongest metal in all of the worlds? I am going to get that asshole salesman for this. Thought a very angry Titan, but calmly lifted Hana from his lap and slowly walked past all of the girls. He picked up what was left of his door, then walked out to another room, then came back with a different looking door, then screwed it on. Checking if it worked, then closed the door, then as like nothing has ever happened let out a long sigh, walking into the kitchen. All of the girls had a what the fuck look during this whole event. Naruto came back from the kitchen. He had drinks for everyone, going to water and tea. To sake and other kinds of drink. He motioned to follow and they did. He led them to his other living room. It was huge, looking out into the forest, and had a perfect view of the Hokage monument. So what brings you all here to my home? That reminds me, Ino, Hinata, and Tenten, we have to talk about a picture you took later. The girls in question blushed. Also, I would like it when this nice visit is over that you ladies would not just barge in here without an invitation, okay? He said, a kind but stern voice. Well, the braves won off then. All was Nibi. Well, sorry about the door, but we did not want a mud to take our mate. Yeah, we don't want any more girls around you, Naru-chan, said Anko, not knowing her words had a lot of passion. One moment please, why do you all want me now? If I remember right, some of you had other guys after you? Don't get me wrong, I'm flattered, but I do not want to for lack of a better phrase, cockblock anyone. He said, drinking some green tea. Hana was still a bit mad about the whole mutt thing, but spoke up. Most of the men here are like Jiraiya-sama and Kakashi-san, nothing but perverts, but you have honor, class, and very handsome. Plus you are not like them at all, you're more refined in a way. All the other girls nodded in agreement. Okay, I can understand that, but why do you all want me? That is the question, he said with his eyes closed and legs crossed with his thumb under his chin and index finger on the bridge of his nose. Many of the girls had a hard time trying to word out how they felt for him, then Hinata finally had the courage to say her feelings. We love you for who you are, not what you are. You are one of the kindest, strongest and the most forgiving person I have ever met. You give me the strength needed to face my father and my clan. You are also the most sensitive person as well. Like a small child that needs someone to hold and love. That's why I think we love you for all the things you lived through did not change the fact that you have a big heart. All of the girls nodded to what she said. A real smile was on his face, but it only lasted for a second. That he stood up, went to the glass doors and looked outside. The sun was setting and the moon was slowly made its way up. With the last of the day's light behind, he looked so calm and in peace. Thank you all for letting me know how you all feel for me, but he did not get to finish. Tsunade stopped him, but had one of the most evil smirk that any living person could make Naruto gulp at her tone of voice. Naruto, you have a SS class mission. It is not up to debate. Starting now you are going to protect and live with the following people: Nibi the two-tailed demon, Tenten Kunoichi of Konoha, Hinata Hyuga, Sakura Haruno, Ino Yamanaka, Tamari Kunoichi of Suna, Anko Mitarashi, Kurenai Yuhi, Shizune Kunoichi of Konoha, Hiku nu Kunoichi of Konoha, Mei nu Kunoichi of Konoha, Hana Inazuka and Tsunade Hokage of Konoha. Starting today they will live with you, she said with a kind smile. Naruto on the other hand was bug-eyed, shaking it of trying to calm down, but he knew he would never ever get a voice his protest, but did the only thing a man or a titan would do: hung his head down. You win, you can stay here, but if they choose to stay, okay. In a very low voice, troublesome women. Never giving me any space. Thinking the whole time that Shikamaru was right about women, they are one of the most troublesome things in the face of this earth. But he knew the only reason they are staying with him is because they are worried about him. So like a good slave, host showed them around their new home. After an hour or so it was dinner time, so the girls went out to get their thing and be back when dinner was ready. Nibi and Naruto were left to make dinner. But mostly Naruto. The whole time Nibi was only staring. Every motion he made, every burst of steam hit his face, and every time he looked at her with a smile she blushed. The food was ready. He made sushi, white rice, steamed vegetables, and some dangos for dessert. Nibi was really bored, so did like any other cat would do, play with their mate. Naru-kun, I have something for you, with a very wry voice. Swaying her hips, walking like a cat ready to pounce on its prey. What is it? He said in a worried voice. This. She jumped on him and gave him an animalistic kiss, wrapping her tails around him. Naruto tried his best not to let his urges get the better of him, but he was fighting a losing battle. Slowly he returned the kiss tenfold, make her purr, but like good things come to an end, a huge crashing sound came from the front door. Not again, thought Naruto, knowing fully well what happened. So he gently made Nibi to get off and he walks out to fetch a new door. Thank Kami-chan that I'm almost ready for anything, thought a young-minded titan. Next time you girls get jealous or some things, take it out in another way. I don't think my door deserves this kind treatment. And no, I do not treat her any better than any of you, okay, so please calm down. Said a bit annoyed titan, but smiled a bit nonetheless. All the girls except Nibi apologized, and for the rest of the night was as peaceful it was going to get. Naruto dreamscape, you finally decided to visit your future wives, said the twin goddesses. Walked to them, hugged and kissed them both with love and passion. Sorry, had to save lives, you know, so how long do you two want me to stay? Said a smiling titan. Both goddesses looked at each other, then nodded, then said in unison, 2 years. Well, sorry girls, but I do not have 2 years to spend with you, said Naruto with a sad voice. But he heard giggling coming from both very beautiful goddesses. First to speak was Shinigami. You forgot we control time, so you have all of eternity if we wanted it to be, she said with a smile. Naruto only nodded and took both their hand and walked into the god and goddesses realm. For 2 months Naruto spent all his time getting to know the twins, but found out they're just like any other woman. He smiled the whole time, but about 1 more month was left. A black vortex opened and a dark figure walked out and pointed a long great sword right at Naruto's neck. "Are you the Titan of this realm?" said the hulking figure. Naruto quickly unleashed his sword. "Yes I am, and who are you?" "I'm your killer," said the Dark Knight, then vanished, then reappeared behind him. The Dark Knight placed a hand on his shoulder, then both of them vanished in a black vortex. End of realms. Naruto landed on his butt, getting up, rubbing his sore behind, looked for the Dark Knight but could not see an inch. Then a black flame erupts, lighting some of this dark place. "Well, at least I can see a bit, but where is he?" he thought. Then the Dark Knight was known right in front of him, 2 yards away. Thinking, quickly reached for his sword, but it was gone. Checking his mark, the sword did not go back inside, but it was firmly held by the Dark Knight. "So are you one of Rizek's men?" he asked. "Yes and no." A confused look was on Naruto's face. "He is my father and I'm his daughter in general," said no smaller but still a bit taller than him Dark Goddess. Her helmet was off, showing a very beautiful face. Then the armor molded to her body like a bikini, showing every curves. Her breasts were at least as big or bigger than Tsunade, and her body was very lean. Naruto had a dead serious look then. "WWWWWHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHHH"You're one of the most hottest females I have ever seen in my whole life, but damn, you're tall," said a bug-eyed Titan. She could not hold her giggle and blushed of what he said. "Rizek did say if I find a guy that is stronger than me, he is mine to marry. Ooh, hope he can live up to the challenge," thought the warrior goddess, smiling of the thought she found her god or Titan in this case. "So you like what you see? Well, let me tell you something, you're not so bad looking yourself, you know." A blush graced his face. "But no more flattery, it will only make me sad that I would not hear those sweat words again if you fail." "What?" said a confused Naruto. "If you want to live, pay close attention to what I'm about to say. You are the one that awakened me from a long rest with my father. Giving that fact, you have to beat me in a fight to see if you're even worthy to fight with my father. So you little Titan-chan has the guts to fight me, or are your balls as small as you?" she said with a confident smirk. Well, to say Naruto was mad was an understatement. He was furious. He was ready to end her life for such an insult to his pride. "You're on, bitch, but don't go crying to you daddy when the big bad Titan spanked you, little daddy's girl, AAASSSS," said a Naruto. Not only did she get hot off that outburst, but she actually would have liked a little spanking later, if he wins, she thought. "Well, here's you dagger and let's see what you got, little man." She tossed Naruto's sword, he caught it with ease. Naruto stabbed the sword on the floor and did a few familiar hand seals. Titan release first, RESTAIRNT. Then followed, Titan release second, restraint. Then he looked right at her eyes and said, "You're going to regret insulting me." Titan unleashed third, RESTAIRNTKKKKKAI. Naruto's hair was loose again, making him look even more powerful. This time the warrior goddess was trying her best not to show fear, but like the other that faced him in the past was slowly losing her nerve. "How can he have this much power? There is no way I can win. Looks like I'm getting married to a very powerful and handsome Titan," she thought. "You win." Naruto still in his powered state. "What do you take me for, a fool? No, you're going to send you dark abyss of end of time realm where not even your father can save you, so get ready," he said in the same ice-cold voice. "No, really, there is no way I can beat you. You're far stronger than me. Even if I release the restraint I have, you are clearly more powerful than me, but still not as strong as my father, but with my help you can kill that bastard," she said, hoping he would calm down, and he did. He only said one thing, "What?" in his normal voice, slowly walked to him, then signaled him to follow, so he picked up his sword and followed her. About 3 minutes of walking she stopped in front a headstone. "This is my mother, she was a goddess of peace, she loved my father with all her heart, but he only wanted to take her power. You see, when a god or goddess give their heart to some other being, they leave themselves open, so my father, finally getting what he wanted, left my mother powerless, so he forced himself on her." She was starting to cry. "You see, my mother lost her soul when that happened, so when I was born she took her own life. Being drained of her power made her mortal. The way I found this out is when I found her diary telling the whole story. When I went to confront my father, he did not even deny it, he only said, she was not even that good. Can you believe that he killed my mother and I'm his weapon?" At this point she fell to her knees and cried. She felt so alone. She felt like she did not have any right to live, but something that she never had felt was the strong pair of arms takes her into a loving embrace. It was not your fault, you did not do anything wrong. You don't have to stay here either, you can come with me to my realm where you can feel the worth of life by my side if you like. He says with a smile. She hugged him back. With all her strength she held onto him like he was the first and last person she would ever meet. About 10 minutes later she slowed her breathing and looked up to the man that gave her the first hug in her life. She looked into the sky-blue eyes. He looked in those violet eyes, and they both slowly closed the gap between them into a loving kiss. He ran his hand through her black hair. She placed her hand on his cheek, and pulling him closer to her the kiss got a little deeper. Naruto, being the master of the kiss, placed his hand on her waist, pulling her even closer, deepening the kiss even more. A moan was heard, and for the first time in the End of Realms there was a white light filling the small area where the two new lovers held each other. This feels really good, almost like, fuck, I have to get back, thought Naruto. He slowly moved back, breaking the kiss. A groan was heard. He smiles, then said, "We have to get out of here, but first tell me your name." "My name is Athena, like my mother," she said with a bittersweet voice. He looks at her and smiled, "Goddess of wisdom, war, art, industry, justice, and skill. That fits you perfectly well, let's go. Do you have anything you want to take with you?" She shakes her head, "Okay." Looking around, then looks back at her. Do you know how to get out of here?" he said sheepishly. A giggle was heard, then a dark vortex opened and they walked through it. Naruto stayed for an extra year with Kami, Shinigami, and Athena. They got to know each other very well. But all good things must come to an end. So on the last day Naruto was going to get a big surprise. "Naru-kun, where in the hell are you?" shouted Athena. Close behind were the twins looking for their soon-to-be husband. They found him in his room tuning his guitar. A couple of clones were setting up drums, bass guitar and a second guitar. Humming to himself, getting ready to play something new. "Hey look," said Athena. Naruto starts with a slow guitar beat, then followed with drums, then a second guitar goes. "Jimmy Eat World Kill. Well, you're just across the street. Looks a mile to my feet. I want to go to you. Funny how I'm nervous still. I've always been the easy kill. I guess I always will. Could it be that everything goes round by chance? Chance? Or only one way, that it was always meant to be? You kill me, you always know the perfect thing to say. Hey hey, hey hey. I know what I should do, but I just can't walk away. I can picture your face well. From the bar in my hotel. I wish I'd go to you. I pick up, put down the phone. Like your favorite Heat Miser song goes. It's just like being alone. Oh God, please don't tell me this has been in vain. I need answers for what all the waiting I've done means. You kill me, you've got some nerve, but can't face your mistakes. Hey hey, hey hey. I know what I should do, but I just can't turn away. So go on, love. Leave while there's still hope for escape. Got to take what you can these days. There's so much ahead, so much regret. I know what you want to say. Know what you want to say. I know it, but can't help feeling differently. I loved you, and I should have said it. But tell me, just what has it ever meant? I can't help it, baby. This is who I am. Sorry, but I can't just go turn off how I feel. You kill me, you build me up, but just to watch me break. Hey hey, hey hey. I know what I should do, but I just can't walk away. Poof, all his clones were gone. Still standing there staring off into space. Slowly everything goes silent, his eyes were closed, and a smile was on his face, knowing fully well he was being watched. So what do you three think of the song? No answer. Well. He opened his eyes to see three goddesses were in tears, not of pain, nor sadness, but of joy. He sets his guitar down, walks to each of them and wipes away their tears. Nothing in this or any other world should make any of your beautiful faces cry. So I will never play anything that will do this again. He walks to his guitar, and was about to smash it. But was stopped by three pairs of arms hugging him. You never let us answer your question, said Kami. Shinigami went next. Yeah, we loved it. So don't you dare break that guitar. We are crying because we never would have thought that we can find us someone that with only one look can make our hearts skip a beat, said Athena. Kami stepped in. In other words, we love everything you do and will never ask anything that would make you change. All of them said in one voice, we love you just the way you are, so don't change a thing. He kissed each of them with equal passion. About 10 or 20 minuets later, he smiled at all three of them. So what did you three want to talk about? All of the goddesses had lust in their eyes. It's time for our union, Naruto Uzumaki, Titan of the living realm, they said. Naruto had a blank face. What? Slowly backing away. Back on living realm. Hey, where's Naruto-kun? Asked Nibi. Many of the girls also had that same thought running through their mind. So the search for Naruto began. If only they checked the dinner table they would have seen his note. Naruto came down from his room a few hours earlier but found it funny when one of them passed him but did not see him. None of the girls found him, but they never noticed him sitting on a stool with a smile. I wonder who they're looking for. Man, note to self: never be in closed off areas with the goddesses. They almost raped me. Flashback. What? Slowly backing away, there was no escape. Seeing the lustful eyes told him he was going to be in huge trouble. They were about to jump on him until he did a last-ditch effort. Hey, is that a leprechaun? Pointing with a surprised look on his face, hoping that they would fall for this poor excuse of a getaway plan. But luck would have it that they did. Look. What? They said, looking around. As fast as he could, he did the realm opening jutsu. He jumps in saying, maybe next time, and he was gone. End of flashback. Hope they're not too mad, but serves them right for trying to do the wild godly dance or the horizon limbo, or the nasty. Where in the hell did that come from? Shrugging, he served some food, waiting when the girls would see him. At one point, one of the so-called best tracker, Hana, even asked him where he was. Well, like a gentleman, he said, right in front of you, Hana-chan. With a very amused grin on his face. She blinked twice, then realized her mistake. She was so embarrassed of her action she blushed a bright red. Soon joining her in her self-pity was the other girls, but like a nice guy Naruto is, he did the right also particle thing to do. Ha ha ha, holy shit, you are the best there is, and you could not find me right in front of you. Man, that's way too funny, haha. Yep, nice guy indeed. Some of them looked down, but there was a few that were getting ready to kill a very fucked over blonde, but before any of them had a chance to say anything. Listen, sorry that I said that, but you have to look it in my way. What would you do if, like the best of tracking, hunting, or all around great kunoichis were looking for you, and did not check the note I left? Or to look right in front of them? Well, thinking about it, you girls would not have done what I have did, so yeah, I think I fucked up in that one, didn't I? All of them could not believe what just happened right in front of them. Here was like the only living non-perverted man, titan, or male saying he is sorry for being a jerk. Smack was the sound that rang throughout the house, followed with a group gasp. Tenten, Tamari, and Sakura holding their sore hands, glaring pure anger at one Uzumaki Naruto. The funny thing is, he did not have any bruise or even a red mark. But his face was to a side. Slowly he faced three very angry-looking girls. With a sigh, he said something he wanted to say to them the moment he knew they would have reacted to his little test. Can you three kindly leave my house? The way he said it was like a leader commanding his soldiers to battle, calm but with a razor-sharp-like feel to it. The anger of the girls had vanished into dismay. They wanted to say they were sorry, but the look in his eyes said otherwise. Any word or action would have fallen onto deaf ears. Then he walked to the door, opened it. With a waved his hand in a leading way out the door. They quickly walked out, not wanting to anger him. As soon they were gone, he sighs, "Does anyone else want to leave?" Before any of them had a chance to answer, three blurs came in and went behind the couch. Everyone did not know what in the hell was going on. Then they heard someone yelling out, "Come back here, you criminals." Nibi, being the nearest to the couch, looked over and saw Itachi, Kisame, and Zabuza. "Who are you guys running from?" she asked. Itachi was the one that answered. "Well, some of my associates do not want us around, and some of them, I think, are still mad at us from last time." And, "Oh," was heard. Naruto shut the door and just waited for the Anbu or any other ninja chasing his friends. "Bring them back," I said. "It's a good idea, but NNNNNNO. Man, life is so unfair." With another sigh, he answers the door. "Can I help you, Anbu-san?" "Yes, you can." "Where are those 3 rank criminals?" demanded the Anbu hawk captain. Naruto had a blank face, then with a small, "Oh." He smiled, then said, "You must be mistaken, there are no criminals here, my friend." An audible growl was heard. "Don't play around here, kid." "Where are they?" yelled out the hawk. Before Naruto had a chance to say anything, Tsunade cuts him off. "Captain, he is telling the truth, there are no criminals here, only fellow Konoha shinobi are in the house. But Hokage-sama, there are 3 of them right behind you." And before he could finish, Naruto stepped in. Hey Anbu-san, but correct me if I'm wrong, but are they wearing head protectors showing their loyalty to Konoha? And the fact they did not even try to attack you at all or even any civilians. When he finished, Itachi, Zabuza, and Kisame stood up and pointed at their foreheads. Hawk Captain was about to say something along the lines they just stole those but stopped when he realized that Naruto was right. They did not even try to fight. They knew if they did right then and there they would be dead alongside anyone who might have got in the fight with the Hokage. Hawk Captain was about to apologize when Naruto cut in again. Has anyone seen Deidara and Toby? Everyone shook their heads. Fuck, was heard and he was gone with a flash of light. Everyone was just standing there not moving, all shocked. What just happened? Asked a clueless Ino. 15 minuets earlier. Hey Deidara senpai, what are we going to do now? Are we going to see Naruto-sama? Toby asked for the 10th time in the last 2 minuets. Deidara was trying as hard as he could not to kill Toby, but the key word is trying. Toby, if you ask me one more time I swear to Kami that not even Naruto-sama will be able to bring you back. Yelled out Deidara. Toby tilted his head to the side. What do you mean? A roar was heard and Toby was off and the chase was on. Running through the street of Konoha, a girly scream followed with a scream of, "Get back here, no. You're only making it worse." Following that was the sound of explosion followed with a I don't want to go boom That's what our dear hero arrived to. End of flashback. What the hell are you idiots doing? Shouted Naruto. Standing in the remains of a building. Deidara was choking Toby and his right fist was up ready to hit. Both of them in a blink of an eye were standing dusting themselves off. Deidara was sheepishly laughing and Toby was right next to Naruto. "Help me Naruto-sama, Deidara-senpai was trying to kill me," said a panic-stricken Toby. A slightly audible, "I would gotten away with it," grumbled Deidara under his breath. "Okay you two, Toby, what happened, and then I will hear your side of the story next, Deidara," said Naruto. So Toby pulled out some show cards with stupid-looking drawing of himself and Deidara. It looked like a kid of 6 or 7, did it not? A high-class ninja. So about 30+ minuets later a very annoyed Naruto was sitting on Ruble waiting for the end of the story. Should have known he would have started on what he did this morning, thought an annoyed Titan. Okay, you know what, stop right there, Toby. I do not care what kind of bird you saw, but what started this whole incident that happened the moment I arrived. Taking a deep breath. Okay Deidara, your turn, and please just tell me what happened. Hokage Tower 30 minuets later. So the library was destroyed. Anything else? Said an irritated Tsunade. Naruto trying as hard as he can to get his friends out of trouble. He smiled sheepishly. Well, you see, some small stands were damaged, and maybe a few homes. But hey, no one got hurt, so there's no harm done, right? Well, that is good news to hear, so here's some more. You are going to pay for all the damages and help in the cleanup. How that sound, Naruto-kun? Said an overly sweat-sounding Tsunade. Naruto knew he lost, but like a crafty titan he is, with his sly smile. You know what, I realized I don't have enough money, but I have an idea. Later that day, there was a mass gathering in Konoha Stadium. No one knew what was going on, but something told them to go. Walking in, there was a massive stage, a band playing, many tables were set up, and French dress waitress were showing the older group of Konoha. The younger group were gathering right in front the stage. People noticed most of the shinobi forces were the security. Much like a dinner, concert party, many people began to talk to each other and started to order food. Everyone started to have fun, but a group of people were beyond angry about this. Deidara, Toby, Itachi, Zabuza, Kisame, Asuma, Kakashi, Guy, Hana, Anko, Ino, Haku, Nibi, Mei, Kurenai, Shizune, and a very angry Tsunade. Except Hinata thought the same thing. How in the hell did he make me agree to this? Walking to the stage was Naruto, dressed a bit differently. A white t-shirt, loose-fitting jeans, his hair was loose as well, and black sneakers. Holding an electric acoustic guitar. Hello Konoha, welcome to the first and hopefully last fundraiser for Dumbass Fight Disaster. So hope you enjoy the music and please tip your waitresses and waiter. The list in the show went on to the next morning and everyone was happy about it. Well, not everyone. What the hell Naruto, 16 hours and only a fucking half a fuck hour break, I should kill you. Do you have any idea how much my feet hurt? Well, do you? Screamed out Tsunade and most of the rest of the waiter and waitresses. Not really paying attention, you know we would make a great restaurant or catering team if the whole ninja thing does not fan out. We can do that, you know, said a smiling Titan, but did no realize a huge mistake that was. A gut feeling went through him, so he did the only thing that would buy him some time to get away. Hey, is that a unicorn? Pointing to the exit of the stadium, and for the strangest of reasons his luck held out, they all turned around, haha, later, sprinting away. So the hunt was on for one blonde Titan. But luckily they were chasing a clone. Wow, I'm so glad they're gone. Now to find out how much we made. A few days later in the Hokage Tower. What's the big deal? We made more than enough money, and I did clean everything up by myself. But you don't see me giving any of you the cold shoulder, said our hero. For the past few days everyone that lived, or even knew him, were beyond pissed. Many of them did not even talk to him, or even try to bring the issue up. So like a crafty Titan he kind of blackmailed all the village council. They were forced to gather in the Hokage's office. He tried every way not to cross that line, but time was not on his side. He received a message from the goddesses that Razak warriors were on the move. Come on, really was that so bad? Groups glare. Okay, sorry that I did not think things through. Sorry that I was so inconsiderate. But most of all I am not sorry that I am not mad at you guys. I did not have to do what I did for the people's houses that you, Toby and Deidara, destroyed. And you all must feel so mad at the guy WHO is trying to make things better, but this is a two-way street. If you guys really want me to go, I will. Taking a deep breath, trying to control his anger. Look, I received a message from the goddesses. They say his army is on the move. So come on, let's just clear the air. But before anyone had a chance to say anything, a huge black gate appeared in the middle of the office. A black and purple-clad warrior stepped out. He was massive in size, everyone was taken by surprise, but before he moved forward Naruto was right in front of him looking up. A hollow chuckle came out, so you must be the Titan. Ha, what a small warrior she picked to wed. I don't care who or what you are, but watch yourself, you're in mine realm, so the next word you say must be to the point and fast, said Naruto holding his sword. Another chuckle was heard. So tell me, all-powerful Titan, I see you have a spine. That's good, but by the end of this war you will see it. But I must give you this message my lord sent me to give to you. He went on his knees and presented the scroll. Taking it from this giant, he opened it. Hello, Titan of the living realm, for no. I am Razak, your end. Or your lord if you follow what I write to you. Join me and rule all existence and live. If you fight you will lose everything that matters to you. So Titan, make a stand. Words that were written were in blood. But not anyone's blood. Jiraiya's blood. Where is he? Shouted an enraged Titan, pointing his sword right back to this kneeling giant. A loud hollow laugh went through the room. You want me to tell you where's the old monkey? Fine, he is north from here, about 2 to 3 days ride, and if you hurry you may be able to save him, but you will face General Silent Night. He laughed one more time when he plunged into the blade. His death was quick. Everyone did not see this coming. The body just melted into nothing, and left a black mark on the floor. The sound of a window smashing was heard. Naruto was gone. That's all for now. If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments.